Welcome to episode 100 of Lore Hero Podcast. Thank you very much, guys, for getting us all the way here. We did it. 100 episodes.
We did it.
100. I didn't think we'd last this long. I thought we'd maybe last 12. Just kidding. I think we're going to last about 200, 300, 400 more.
Hell yeah.
That's a while.
It's never going to end.
Let's do it.
We just want to thank you guys very much for staying, watching, giving us this platform that we have, and listening every week. This podcast has changed all of our lives in very positive ways. Quite literally, we all have jobs now because of this podcast. This podcast has paid off in very many tangible ways for us. It's given us a lot of different, very cool opportunities that I think we'll all remember for the rest of our lives.
Oh, Jake, as you were saying that, I just got a cha-ching on my Etsy. Adam has just ordered one item for $25.24.
Let's go! Thank you, Adam.
So he's not lying.
Thank you, Adam. Yeah.
Thank you, Adam.
So
we were
back
in different places, man.
Yeah, back when we started this.
Very different places.
That was October of 2023. It is now October of 2025. So we're also coming up on our 2-year anniversary. But given how years are, it's 52 weeks in a year, not 50. So this is episode 100. Blah blah blah. It's just way different. A lot of things have changed in 2 years. Can you believe it? Time moves and things change.
I didn't think that was true.
These are stunning revelations.
This is the first time I'm learning that this is how time works.
I'm hearing this for the first time.
I'm going to be 30 this year, and I didn't even know.
I got 2 more
years.
years.
Month. By 20 days.
Hey, this month I'm going to be Unk.
Damn,
I'm hella excited.
What does that make me?
University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, Unk.
Better Unk.
Grandfather.
Why am I the better Unk?
Older brother.
Hey, more experience.
Don't include the word older. That's the problem.
You don't say that. Do not say old. No,
not allowed.
But where we were 2 years ago, literally entirely different. Fortnite Festival did not exist. It was months before Fortnite Festival. Again, we've said this time and time again. We started this podcast at the perfect time, unbeknownst to us. We had so many cool things just kind of happened.
No, you were paid under the table, bro.
Yeah,
you knew about it before, and that's why you started the podcast.
It's time to drop the facade. We were getting leaks all the time. Like, hey, listen, you should start a podcast. Okay, there's this new game coming out in Fortnite. It's called Fortnite Festival.
God.
And we're like, I've never heard of this before in my life. That's
what
we said 8 weeks later.
We started the podcast because there's nothing fucking going on.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Exactly why we started it.
There were things going on, but it was all up in here. We had to talk about it somehow.
We were talking about wanting to do this. We were talking about wanting to do a podcast.
For 2 years, I want to say.
Yeah, multiple years before we actually did lose. I almost said Losers Bracket. That was my first podcast. That was a decade ago. That's
yeah, man.
Not Lore Hero Losers Bracket. That's for the old heads.
That's the different L.
That's the better Unk. Like throwback right there.
To bring it back.
I don't know, man. It's just wild to think that we've come this far and this long. And if anything, shout out to Lee and the people from the crack side who tuned in and were interested enough in our opinions to reach out and continue the talks. And we're all very thankful about where we are right now. And
man, they believed in
awesome.
us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they believed in us. I think that's the most powerful part of that.
Mm-hmm. It's us sharing our passions and sharing what we think is cool with the world, and other people seeing that, being receptive to it, and seeing, hey, you know what? Maybe they're onto something. Maybe these guys know what they're talking about. And maybe we should get them on to build our own new game. That's pretty cool.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
crazy.
Real quick, I want to shout out the Guitar Hero podcast. That was a podcast that was the predates Lore Hero. They put out a few episodes of that. They were always getting like ex Guitar Hero developers and Rock Band developers onto that podcast to talk about what they did back in the day and all that stuff. Me and JP were invited on as guests to that podcast one time, and we were there. We talked to, I believe it was Alex Ortiz, from Red Octane back in the day. I think Neversoft later on. I want to say it was Red Octane. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember. But with all due respect, that podcast could have been ran a little bit better. So me and JP were like, dude, we could do that. We could do that better. And then we did it. And so now we're here at Lore Hero Podcast and doing it in a way that we're happy with. But we generally, all thanks to the Guitar Hero Podcast, because without that, Lore Hero would not exist, and I'm being very genuine. And I appreciate everything that they've done because they were able to get quite a few cool guests. They had a lot of really cool interviews. And me and JP wanted to do something similar.
They did.
And then it just happened that Alec and Jason were also looking to start a podcast. Like, hey, by the way, that's good. Let's do it. Let's mesh together. Let's form our two podcasts.
He was also on the Guitar Hero podcast with Chris Vance, right?
That's true.
Yeah, I was on there. Yep.
I remember watching that episode when I was at work.
It was a while, and I had to piss so bad in the middle of it. It was crazy, and it makes me appreciate the the length that we go for these episodes too. We could try to cram a lot into it, but the conversations, what we talk about, it's all there. We all have plans for most of the episodes. I gotta say,
we constantly lose track too. Like,
we do.
We lose track before the episode. Like usually we'll be talking, and then somebody will be like, "Hey, we've been talking for like an hour and a half, and we haven't even started recording."
Yeah,
yet.
today
literally
we all got here
just
at
started
7.
recording.
Well, rather for you guys 8, and now it's 9, and now we're just starting to record. So that's just how it goes.
Just how it goes.
Okay, hold on. It's 4 guys who all have the same interests, who don't have as much time in life to share them. Like, and if we're talking, it's usually work stuff. So, like, getting to catch up a little bit beforehand and just shoot the shit is kind of like heaven for us. So
yes, it's very nice. It's relaxing. It's like it's therapeutic in a way.
Right?
To do it without the pressure of having it being recorded and listened to later.
Yeah.
It's all the
as
same,
much
but
fun
different.
as this is because I mean, hey, don't get me wrong, this is fun sharing with everybody. But at the same time, now with the job too, we do have to double check. Like, can we say that? Am I?
Yeah.
How do I want to word this?
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
It hasn't
Because
affected
we know like
a ton, I wouldn't say, about what we talk about or how we approach a thing, but it is something that's in the back of my mind. It's like, oh, hold on, I got to think about that now. I got to be careful about how I approach
Get
this.
used to it.
Get used to it. Yeah.
Well, it's like we get that like people want to know about the game, but it's like you guys gotta wait.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
wait.
hate talking about it though. I hate it
Yeah.
because it's just one of those like it's redundant, it's repetitive, and I hate.
We'd love to
bringing
be
it
able to
back
share with you, but we
up.
can't.
Yeah.
You know?
So
Oh, the
gotta
things
wait.
that I've heard, you guys get no.
You guys, if you guys could see what's on that monitor right over there, oh, and that monitor right over there, you'd lose your fucking
I
mind.
have my
Just kidding.
Steam open. I have a blank monitor. I got Audacity. You guys.
I have the final build of the game right here. We're holding off for years until you can play this because it's just for me. I want to get the first full game FC before anybody else. Anyways, but yeah,
He's telling the truth. About
I
that full game
understand-
FC part.
That is so true. I understand that, like, I can definitely see what people are like, yeah, the game, blah, blah, blah. You can't say anything about it yet. Well, we can't. But at the same time, I still do want to keep mentioning it because I want to keep it in people's minds. Like, hey, yeah, we are building a game. Don't forget.
nobody's forgetting. Nobody's forgetting.
Don't forget.
I hope not.
I mean, okay.
We should have
hold
like
on right now.
have a little block, a little timestamp that goes, all right, game update. We're cooking. We're doing good. All right, next topic.
There's no
I mean, hey,
official
so mad,
standalone
dude.
game right now. People aren't gonna forget.
That's
Yeah,
it.
there isn't.
That is
Rock
true.
Band
Yeah,
4 is
that's
dead.
true.
It's gone.
That's
It's
true.
cold. You
Yeah,
can't buy
Today's
it
the
anywhere.
day.
Back when we started this
You can't buy it
podcast,
anywhere.
that's so funny. We've seen Rock Band 4 die twice during this podcast tenure. Rock Band
really
4
did.
died the first time
Yes.
in January of 2024, shortly after we started this podcast, when Epic, like right after Fortnite Festival came out and they stopped putting out new DLC. And now we've watched it die again, now that it's been delisted. And every subsequent week, there will be songs delisted, DLC. So we're going to watch it
that
die
what they
many
said?
times
It's got all
again.
that- it's a very slow death, like
Wait, are you serious?
slow, painful death. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Or are you
About what?
serious? Like every week, are they telling us what songs are gonna get delisted?
No,
or
it's once it
No.
hits 10 years, dude. It's
Yeah, just-
so the
Okay.
way that this all happens, right? It's when the song licensing hits 10 years. That's the reason it got delisted. Hey, let's clear this up real quick because I've seen people blaming Epic for this.
Yeah, no.
And let's be honest here.
No.
If Epic didn't buy Harmonix, today would still, well, while we're recording this, be the same day that Rock Band 4 would have been delisted no matter what.
Yep,
right?
that was going to happen.
This is true. That's absolutely
Unless-
true.
Unless they relicensed every song that was on disc for another period of time, this was always the fate of the game. That's always the case with music games. You have that 10-year lifespan, unless it's some special case. Like, who knows what the music licensing looks like on Fortnite Festival? What's that going to look like, in 2032 or
33.
whatever the hell?
Or yeah, 2033.
2033, yeah. So 20
Yeah.
was 23.
December
when, Festival launched.
2033 is when it'll
Yeah.
be refreshed or not.
Yeah, I mean,
Completely gone forever?
Assuming the like
The license
industry
deal
standard
is the
of
same.
10 years.
10
Like,
years, right?
Fortnite's been a thing for 8 years. So if they're licensing songs for 10, the entire lifespan of Fortnite for the past 8 years has to happen again in a couple more years before
Yeah.
those licenses are set to expire theoretically. This is all,
That sounds
I'm trying to
messy.
think of
conjecture.
I'm trying to think
But,
of like active live service games that have already been around for a decade. I'm thinking about like Destiny 2. You know, that
Yeah.
game has been around for 10 years. Just
GTA.
About. I want to say GTA has been around for 10 plus years.
They had to change the songs in
So-
GTA 4
And they re-released it. They
for
re-released
digital
the game.
copies. Yeah, they re-released the game.
Yeah.
They couldn't get every song licensed again, so they changed some of them.
There's like 11 songs in that game now. It's like there's a lot that are gone.
But that's
Oh,
it though, right?
the same thing
Well,
with
that's it.
like with the GTA remake like trilogy. I think they had to get new songs for that as well because they couldn't get the same ones from
The
back in the day.
enhanced.
Did they?
Yeah.
That makes
You're
sense.
talking about GTA 5 enhanced? I didn't know.
No.
they
The
well, no, they,
like San Andreas like trilogy.
Oh,
thing,
yeah,
like
yeah,
Vice
yeah, like
City
that-
and
that-
GTA 3.
that shit's not the same because that
No.
shit's like 20 years old. That
Yeah.
shit's way different. And I'm thinking about GTA 5 enhanced, and I was thinking like they've been switching set lists out of that game for a long time. Like they did like a radio update in like 2018 or something for GTA.
I actually didn't know that.
If I remember correctly. Yeah, no, they there's like whole radio stations that came and went.
That's
I
crazy.
believe. Yeah, I'm gonna have to brush up on my knowledge of that, but like that was always in the back of my head too because I was thinking about like song licensing. It's like, how's it work? How's it gonna work for Guitar Hero Live? How's it gonna work? Because that's when it came out on PC. That's when GTA 5 came out on PC, and I was like, shit, how's this gonna work? It's like they're gonna make it into this whole thing, but you know, if it stays being 10 years, I don't even know what Fortnite's agreement is. Could
Yeah,
be fucking
none of us know.
5 years. Could be a couple of years. You know what I mean?
I would imagine they're for the long haul. I would imagine, but I don't know.
That's usually
Yeah.
how they seem to roll. Yeah.
You would hope so. I mean,
Mhm.
it's kind of scary the idea of like with the rotating shop. I wonder if it's different. To be honest, hold on. I wonder if that affects it.
Oh, here
Because
we
maybe
go.
it's a 10-year.
Here we go. There's one radio station on GTA 5 that came and went. One of them is this is the one I was thinking of. Blonded Radio is a Frank Ocean radio station broadcast intermittently between February 2017 and December 2021. Came and went.
Only Frank Ocean?
It was like it was R&B, contemporary
So
R&B.
they
and
only
rap.
had a 4-year license then.
I guess so.
Yeah,
guess
which
so.
I mean, it makes sense though. Like they're not a music game, so I can see why they would
No,
license
no,
for
no,
less
no.
time.
Yeah, it's much less
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, because usually
Yeah,
with those
it's-
games, it's like you expect to sell a certain amount of copies in the first year, and then it just lasts until the next console generation, and usually that's like 5+ years or so, and then the game's not even actively being produced or sold by that point anymore. They move it on to the sequel, or like the next
But this is
entry.
GTA 5.
Yeah,
GTA
GTA
5
5,
is
and
still
you're gonna
selling
get
this game.
GTA 5 again, and you're gonna get
again,
GTA
and
5 again.
And again.
Imagine they
And
released
again.
That's how
GTA
it's
5
been.
again before GTA 6, just cause. Put it out on the fucking mobile
Yeah.
phones at this point, because
Sure.
this is
Phones
better.
can
This is
work
much
as shit.
faster than an Xbox 360 ever was. That game ran on a 360. Just saying.
True.
It's
That
possible.
game ran like shit on the 360, but it was great.
Yeah, it wasn't
It-
great.
That's all
Awesome.
we had at the time, and it was awesome.
I was like 16 years old. It was the best.
Yeah, it was great. I
Awesome.
remember playing that shit for the first 2 weeks before online came out. That was awesome.
I skipped
And then I
school for
played
that
online
shit,
once or
man.
twice. And I was like,
I played
whatever.
online. No, you know what? The best GTA Online was like right after they released it on PC. That shit was busted. That shit was everything was broken.
Did they
Everyone
allow you
was
to
in
like
the fuck-
transfer over your profile from 360 to? No, that was a 360 Xbox One.
No,
And like
well,
PS4 or PS3 to 4.
link your account sounds familiar, and then you had like a window to do it, and then the game came out on PC, something like that.
I
But
don't
didn't
remember.
play much GTA
I remember.
Online.
We're not a GTA
Never
podcast.
played
We're a
much
Guitar Hero
GTA 5
podcast. We're getting off topic. What I want to do with this episode, I want to go through what we've done in the past 2 years, basically the past 100 episodes. The big things, the highlights of what we've accomplished in the past few years. So back on the very first episode number 1. You guys remember all the way back there? We entitled that one "New Game, New Podcast," because
Yes.
at the time. That's so funny because that hey, we're making a new game. Many new games, well, not many, but Fortnite Festival came out in between it. But at the time, the
What about
news.
Bratz?
Oh, I forgot about the Bratz rhythm and stop rhythm game too. That's so fair. I forgot to give Bratz the respect it deserves. Back at the time when we first did this, the new news was that Microsoft was buying Activision, and Guitar Hero was being mentioned by name again by like Phil Spencer, and obviously nothing much came of that. But
That was when Bobby Kotick was leaving, and he brought in, wasn't it James Corden or something?
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
yep.
That episode
Whatever
just
happened to
reminds
that?
me-
Fucking nothing. Who
You know-
cares? They just blew money for no reason. Who cares?
That just reminds me about how our Discord server icon used to be that guitar, like that fake Guitar Hero reboot box art.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Like
pretty
shitty
sure that was
AI.
like early AI, very early AI.
Yeah, like it was just it was so hilariously
Generated some
bad.
shitty-ass
and then Jake
logo.
made a logo. So
Yeah. Well, we didn't know
Yeah.
what the podcast was going to be called on episode 1. I'm
No.
pretty sure.
we really did.
No, we
Pretty
did
sure
not.
we're
We
referencing
didn't
like
know what it was gonna be called.
we'll have a name for it by the time this releases. It's like a last minute thing, and I just quickly made Lore Hero in like bold red font, League Spartan font, by the way, if you want to copy it.
Oh no,
True,
you
true,
gave
true.
away the secret sauce and all the spices.
Yeah, I've given away the sauce one time to Stu Cage, so he can make Crack Star Guitar Hero or whatever the fuck it was called, whatever.
Oh, he deserved
Lord
that.
Hero.
Yeah, Lord
forgot.
Hero.
But yeah, the first few weeks of this podcast were just, I don't know, we're just finding our footing, right? We didn't know what to talk about really. We talked about how old we are because originally the idea was like, oh man, the games are so old, man, we're such boomers, blah 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 blah. And then fucking 2 months in, we're like, wait a second, we're getting a new game. It's in Fortnite, but it's a new game by Harmonix. That's pretty cool, right? And we did a few episodes.
What
on
a
that.
time it's been since then.
What a time it's been
Time.
since then. We did a Lore Hero Live episode reacting to like the big Fortnite Chapter 5 announcement like thingamajig and like seeing gameplay for the first time, and that was really cool. Again, we
I
got
don't
so
even
lucky with
think I was
timing.
home when that I don't even think I was home when that Big Bang thing happened.
I don't
like
remember.
rushing to get home. I missed the first one, and then what the fuck was I doing? It was a Saturday. It was a Saturday. Why was I out? And then I got home and then I streamed it, and that was great. Because I streamed it with you guys. I think it was all three.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just me, Jake, and Jason.
I
I
might
don't
have not
think
been
JP.
there.
Your PC was fucked, man. You couldn't do that. I don't think.
All
I
four
don't
of us
remember.
are in
Oh,
this
yeah,
stream.
my-
Just saying.
My graphics
You're-
card. That was my old graphics card.
Probably. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really remember, but either way, I do remember. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wear the Master Chief outfit to this. Played that OG Fortnite festival with the blue board, and Eminem looking all
blue
nice on
board.
stage. Blue
Mhm.
Notes had a note streak counter, bro.
Yeah, where's
Blue
that?
Street
Bring
counter.
that back.
I asked for it.
That'd be cool.
I asked for it early on.
Yeah, the
I think,
functionality is clearly there.
It was probably they probably did some sort of A/B focus assessment. Like, yeah, maybe some people thought this was a little bit too intrusive. Fuck off.
I don't know, man.
This conversation
like
probably
it.
never happened, but I'm saying fuck off. We need those numbers on the screen, bro.
I want that.
Or not just enable or disable it, bro. There's a gazillion options in that settings menu. Either way, that was like an exciting that was 2 weeks. It basically made it so it was like, oh yeah, 2 weeks until this game mode releases. So we had something to talk about for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Something
and
like
the
that.
game mode released on December 9th, I believe it was.
And we all streamed that.
We all streamed it that day. It was very
Together.
cool. We got
Yeah.
recognized by
Julia.
Julia. I think it came through
It was Evan
Evan.
for me.
Yeah. And
So
then
that
and
was,
then,
Shouts to Evan.
then we all
He was
got like
yeah,
our
bro,
yeah.
check your DMs.
we all got our
Julia
codes.
DM'd
We all
me,
got
bro.
in the they
Do it.
granted us all the
Program.
jam tracks like early. That was cool.
That shit's
like,
great.
only
Shit's
people that were
crazy.
able to play like Highway Tune day one.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
we
that
had
it's,
we had all the fucking songs, man.
I think it's very cool that they have not been like, oh, you're making a game to compete with us. Fuck you, we're taking away your partnership. They're still.
Oh, you brought it up, Jason. It's over. I'm just kidding.
I mean,
No.
Fortnite quote tweeted
Nah,
me the
no,
other
no,
day.
bro.
Tim Sweeney liked my tweet. They know
Yeah,
who I
yeah.
am. Maybe that's even how he found me. He's like, what list of Epic partners are tweeting about our new experience? And then like maybe they have like an internal list on Twitter of like people who have the creator code or whatever, and he found me. I don't know. I have no idea. But they clearly know who we are. Obviously, they did events with us, and they know what we're doing now because they're checking up on us. Funny story. Not too long ago, maybe like a month and a half ago, I got an email from somebody at Epic, and I was like, oh shit, it's all over. They're taking away the code. They're taking away the free jam tracks. It's over. But it was like, hey, by the way, I was just checking out your channel, and from a video that you posted 4 months ago, you forgot to have hashtag Epic Partner in there. Just want to clear that up. You know, I'm like, you're looking at me that closely, eh? Interesting. Okay. So that was September. Like that was recent. That was after the Red Octane Games announcement stuff. So they know, but they're still cool with it. And I think that's a good thing overall because it would only hurt them to remove us from the program and other creators that are affiliated with us, because that's less free advertisement for them. We're doing free advertisement.
If anything, this proves the whole all word of mouth is good word of mouth that people have always said for marketing when it comes to games. Because again, like we're giving our real opinion this whole time, and I still feel I guess we'll see this upcoming week. Festival's a long-term play, right? And we looked at it a lot differently. I can speak for myself a lot in this. When I was a full-time creator that was playing Festival mainly, my desire for what was needed from it is a lot different. You know, I wanted to make it a full-time content machine, which that's not what they're looking to do right now.
No, it was not ready for that.
No.
I think we all wanted that, you know?
Right. Yeah. And I think it's a lot easier now, especially, you know, oh, wow, imagine when a human being has security and like an easy way to pay for the roof over their head, they're more likely to be like easygoing.
Yeah, that's crazy how that works.
Wow. that's insane.
Yeah.
But like now it's a little different to just enjoy it and take it for what it is, right? And I think that was part of the reason I was so frustrated back then too, was just like, I think they sold it to us as like, you will be able to do that with this. And that wasn't really how it worked out.
Yeah,
and
we had higher expectations.
But
We had higher expectations than we probably should have had
A lot higher.
for a side
A
mode
lot
within
higher.
Fortnite. But here's some neat. The exact next episode after we talked about playing Fortnite Festival for the first time was the Riftmaster leaks. We got it was that close. In my mind, there was like a month in between. It was the next episode we were talking about Riftmaster
very,
leaks.
very, very close.
I forgot that.
And this is when like I think we talked
There was
about
a lot
like,
happening back then.
We talked about like the MIDI files. Like we were like, dude, there's strumming.
Yeah,
there's, like,
people figured that shit out.
charts inside
Dude, there was custom charts like day 2. I remember somebody putting
like
through the Fire and
season
Flames
1.
in that shit.
Yeah, and it was the
Encore?
Rock Band 3 chart. Or the Rock Band 3 chart.
Party Pack.
Party
Party
pack.
Pack.
Yeah,
that's
and that
what it
got
was.
Party
CD'd.
Pack. Yeah, I got C indeed.
That CD'd so fast.
Yeah,
So
that was real
fucking
quick.
fast.
Yeah, but like
Because it was like season 2 was the last time it worked. No, actually, it worked in season 3 like once. And then that was it. Because someone got a cut. I think someone got... No. I'm confusing it. Dude, there was like a video of Emma playing the title track by Origami Angel on fucking Festival. I think it's because she had like some secret fucking.
it's
build
Emma.
that
You
wasn't
can't even
supposed to have.
comprehend the type of shit she's on.
No, never mind. I don't think Pro Lead had customs, not even once.
It was an
So it was
illusion
season
for all
2,
you
and that was
know.
I don't.
No, I
don't
remember
ever
seeing that
remember
video though.
customs
I'm
for
not
Pro.
fucking crazy.
I don't remember
I'm not
customs
fucking
for Pro
crazy.
Lead. I definitely
I saw a
don't.
video of a custom on Pro Lead, but it was
I believe
Emma.
you.
I don't know.
She
But
had-
I believe
she
you.
had-
going back to the
Only
Riftmaster,
Emma.
like that leaking because they forgot to like tag their FCC filings or whatever.
shout out to
as a
RCM.
private. Yeah, Retro
Yeah,
Mods
shout out
founders, Mr.
Noise,
Noise.
bro. That shit was crazy.
The fact that came so quickly after Fortnite Festival first launched, without any pro, obviously, it was just controller gameplay. It was like, oh, we're getting classic Rock Band style guitars in this game, aren't we? Why else would they
Right.
be making it?
Okay,
Why else
but
is that guitar a thing?
counterpoint to this? Around that same time, we also did see in the files that there was pro drums as well.
That's
and
true.
That's still
Yes.
not out.
Oh yeah, where's the drum
Still
controller?
not out.
Show us the leaks of the drum controller.
Yeah,
There
come on,
are
Turtle
none.
Beach,
It's
wake
been
up.
2 years.
Why are they still? Where are we going to
You
get
gotta
it?
contact the Riftmaster team.
Man, don't talk about this. Chad's gonna get upset.
The Riftmaster team. What Riftmaster team?
Yeah, the Riftmaster.
Oh,
They're gone.
never mind. Oh,
They're
never
okay.
mind.
Don't worry. They're okay.
They're fine.
They're
They're
all
elsewhere.
right.
They all
Yeah.
They all
Garoki,
survived.
Why did you make it sound like they were across the Rainbow Bridge? That's just
They're okay.
damn,
They're okay,
man.
okay?
They're all okay. They're in a better place now.
They're okay.
They are.
They are in a better place of work.
Yeah, presumably.
Yeah, hopefully.
The next episode that I want to highlight is episode number 16. That's where Rock Band 4 died.
For the first time.
For the first time.
Yeah.
When they stopped doing new DLC after Fortnite Festival. We could all see the writing on the wall. I don't think many people expected Rock Band DLC and Fortnite Festival DLC to be coming out concurrently for too long. I mean, it did for...
Yeah, you know what's crazy is like
think some
even
people
before,
Some people definitely did.
I mean,
don't think-
I had
never
already
did.
been I've already been like anticipating it once they dropped the Muse pack. I was like, dude, it's over. It's actually over.
Yeah, they're going all
There's
out.
no way. And so that's when
Yeah.
I started buying up a bunch of DLC. That's when I started buying up a bunch of DLC. Or as much as I really could, I got a good amount of stuff. I wouldn't say that I got like a whole bunch, but like I still got a lot. Like I think I bought a season pass, and I was talking about in my server with some people, you know, when they were talking about like the game going away these last couple of days while I was traveling. I was like, bro, I can't even believe that they had a season pass. Like they had a season pass for Rock Band.
Yeah.
That's some shit that I would have
Mm-hmm.
loved to have. I would have loved to have that.
Another
I mean, like,
example
and
of me
granted,
and,
it
and you
wasn't,
taking the shit for granted back in the day.
It wasn't
I took that for granted.
insane.
That's cool.
It wasn't insane. Like I ended up buying a season pass. Like it was good.
I never did.
It was a good one. I bought the last one, I want to say. It was the last season pass they did for like season fucking like 30 something, right? I don't remember. But it was that one. I was like, shit, man. I went a little bit I dug a little deeper and I was like, bro, these season pass used to be sponsored by Apple Music. These are Apple Music season passes. So it was kind of cool. It was a lot bigger of a deal than I had initially thought. So once again, I took that whole time for granted. But I like already came around to Rock Band 4, and like us having that episode talking about it dying for the first time, no new DLC. That should have been the panic that everyone was having this last couple of days on the day of this recording. Couple days ago should have been that level panic instead of what we got, which was just we saw that coming. Saw that shit coming. But
Maybe that's why it was so like saw it coming, is because we've already been burned, and we did see it coming. We've been talking about this for a long time, so I was like, not surprised. But the Rock Band DLC cancellation or ceasing development on that, whatever you want to call it, that kind of did come as a surprise, like because there was no indication that when they're gonna stop, just that it's probably on the outs.
Yeah,
but we
because they
knew
just started
to
relicensing
anticipate
a
the
bunch of
10-year.
old. They started doing a whole bunch of rewinds, and I was
the
like,
rewinds,
if they're redoing rewinds, then they are refreshing a set list. They're refreshing a set list for whenever that is, or hoping to God that people will still buy classics, when this game gets delisted, and it was next year. Well, now it is today.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're here.
So we're here. The game's gone.
That's an interesting way of looking at it, like relisting or redoing songs that have already been released so that they can live longer.
Yeah.
That's a good way of thinking about it. I never really put that together.
Yeah, because like I saw all the rewinds and I was like, why are they putting like they're putting like Master Exploder, Sabotage, and like Go with the Flow, and all these old songs from Rock Band 1
Fortnite songs,
and 2 and 3.
interesting. Not Master
Yeah, and
Exploder,
some
but
of
the
them
other two.
Some of them, yeah. I'll pull it up. I'll see what I can pull up just for reference. But there are so many Rock Band rewinds in the last couple of weeks. So, and then they had their special like last 2 weeks where they had oh god, what was it? Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
And then the week after that
Thank
was
You,
The Calling and Thank You. Yeah. Yeah.
Good
So
times.
it's crazy to recount that. Rock Band Rewinds. Rock Band Rewind Pack 01. This is the one. Add Rock Band Rewind Pack 01 to your Rock Band song library. It includes Sabotage, Foreplay Long Time, Dead on Arrival, Go with the Flow, Cherub Rock. That's one of them.
Wow,
That's one of them.
survival.
So that's probably like the best, probably some of the best songs in Rock Band 1.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Those are good.
Give or take, like Sabotage. But, hey, bro.
Well, where's
the
Enter
rest of the
Sandman?
song.
Hey, come
Ha!
on.
Where's
Where's
Run to the
Metallica
Hills?
Pack 02?
Cover.
Where is it?
Parentheses,
Yeah, there it is.
cover.
Rock Band Rewind Pack. Rock Band Rewind
Wow.
Pack.
Yeah, there it is.
I think that's the only one. Oh wait, hold on, I'm on drugs. Rewind lists and links. This was 5 years ago in r/Rock Band. Look at that.
Oh, interesting.
They had a 15 they had a 30 song mega pack.
Oh yeah, the 30 song mega pack.
Yeah.
Was that for 5-year anniversary?
Shit, I think so. Because look at this guy: Brain Power, Blood Doll, Can't Let Go, Daylight, Dollar Short, I Get By, Outside,
Might have
Pleasure,
been even
Pleasure, 7.
earlier than that.
So okay,
That's
what
a
else
lot
was
of
in that
songs.
30-song pack? Because those songs that are listed there were all the ones that like were the harmonics bands. So they had all the
That's
licensing
pretty
to it.
much what that mega pack was. I'm pretty sure it was like all the harmonic songs from back in the day they relicensed for the most part,
So-
almost all of them.
Yeah.
Wow, and it says that it was $15 for 30 songs. That's a damn
That's
good deal.
really good.
That's kind of insane. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is insane.
Oh, it was the 15th anniversary pack.
I
or no,
remember that.
Exclusive to Xbox as a pack, includes the songs from Rewind Pack 01. Songs will be purchased individually on PlayStation. What the hell is the 15th anniversary pack?
it was
it's
probably
the same thing? Oh, it's part of it.
I don't fucking know. I don't remember like what
Oh,
was actually
dude,
loaded. in the
there's so
pack
much
or not.
Rock Band 1 in this thing. Rock Band 15th anniversary, so that would have been 2022.
Oh yeah, yep. 2022, you said?
Sabotage. Yeah, 2022. 11/16/2022. Sabotage. Foreplay Long Time.
You have a
Dead
link
and
to that?
Rival. Go with the Flow. I do. It's actually in that Rock Band Rewind list.
Oh, it
there,
is?
the second one. 15th anniversary.
Oh
pack.
yeah, that's there.
Go
it
with the
is.
Flow.
Holy
Cherub Rock.
shit.
So that's the Rock Band Rewind Pack 01. But then you also have Learn to Fly,
Woo!
Creep, Say It Ain't So, Suffragette City, The Hand That Feeds, Welcome Home, When You Were Young,
Oh wow.
Won't Get Fooled Again, Wanted Dead or Alive, and Reptilia. Oh, and Don't Fear the Reaper.
Wow,
That's a hell of a pack, man.
wow.
That's a
Pac-Man.
lot of
Two.
tunes. Yeah, Pac-Man. I like that game.
3, 4, 5. 5 songs. Oh, 6 songs from there in Fortnite Festival. 6 of them.
That's pretty good. You know that they were doing that shit, right? They had to have been thinking. In 2022, she came out in 2023, right? So like, they're probably already working on
Yeah.
licensing for the early songs.
It was
Like, hey, by the
probably-
way, because the old ones and new ones as well,
Game was probably already in development.
for sure.
That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah,
Like,
no,
at the same
definitely,
time.
definitely. A year into their acquisition, 100%. They're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
they probably got prototypes and shit already.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry for dwelling on
that's
Rock
cool.
Band 4 so much. It's still so fresh on the mind, you know.
Well, I mean, look, this is lore about Lore Hero. You know,
It
if
is true.
we're going back in time and we're thinking
Double
about
lore.
exactly what was, what was happening around then, and now we're getting into the gritty details of it.
And we can look at it with new eyes, with more things that have developed, and we can look back upon it with
course.
knowing what we know now. It's like, oh, I bet they were
Yeah.
doing that for Fortnite Festival or blah, 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 blah. And they knew this was coming, so they wanted to do that, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of cool to do a retrospective that way.
I
Mhm.
agree.
But
I think it'll be very cool to see, like, say 6-7 months down the line, somebody goes back and goes, "Wonder what they were working on then. What were they doing?"
yeah,
Well,
or like
Yeah.
2 years into our game coming out, like looking back on Lore Heroes, like, I bet that's where they got the idea for that song or that or whatever. Oh,
you-
interesting.
Okay,
Yeah.
they were doing this then. I see why. That's why they said
This-
that.
Yeah, seeing that this is now permanently the last legacy of Rock Band in general is crazy.
It is.
This is it. This is it. This is all
Yeah,
the
Rock Band's
legacy
over.
on disc stuff.
Yeah, I
right
don't think
here
it's
in
ever
this
coming
post.
back, folks. I'm sorry to say.
No, it's not. It's
Okay,
not.
hold on.
No, but, like,
hold on.
if
Copium
you
Festival
don't-
update this week. Festival update. Rock
That's
Band
the
season.
best you're gonna
Copium.
get, pal. Best you're
Copium.
gonna get. If
Copium.
that's
I'm
a
saying
thing.
as someone who, if there's somebody who's like, man, fuck Fortnite, I'm closing the door. But they will hold on to Rock Band 4 for the rest of their life, and they never somehow never played the previous Rock Band games. Somehow, there's probably dozens of them out there. This is the only shit that they have to access of the last,
Mhm.
years of the
The
Rock
legacy
Band game.
of
They
Rock
have
Band.
There's
yeah.
some good stuff. There's a lot of good stuff in here. There is. It's impressive that they managed to save this much from the original games.
Yeah,
So
there's
for
a lot
another
in
10
this list.
for another. Wait, is this 22? Okay, it's another 8 years, right? So
So
it's
wait,
another
8 years from now,
7 years.
or if 8 years from
7 years,
2022. So wait, it'd be 2032. It would be when those licenses expire theoretically. Not even theoretically, we know that that's the case.
7.
So that would be-
7 years.
25 years after Rock Band 1, obviously because the 15th anniversary pack, so it had 10 more years. 25 years after the first Rock Band game, you can still go buy songs from the first Rock Band.
See, and so here's what they're gonna do.
That's
They're
crazy.
They're gonna be like, all right, MTV, look, can you make some strings? Can you pull some strings for the 25th anniversary of Rock Band? Can we just like re-release the game?
Hey,
Re-release
that's
the
going to be a
game.
big year, folks. 2032.
And
Keep that in your calendars.
We'll use Sora 800.
It'll be here before you know it.
Where you can basically make a human being out of nothing. And
I want to soar off a cliff.
Exactly.
Yeah, me too. Hey, anyways, after the Rock Band 4 episode we put out there, February 2024 was a pretty cool month because we got a lot of prototype shit going on. It was episode 19.
Dude, that was crazy.
That was a $36 club. We got the development Wii with early Rock Band
3 copies.
Development
Rock
copies
Band
on there.
3, right? The 3 was something like 3 or 5.
I don't remember how
builds,
many,
like
maybe 5 builds.
It was a lot.
Some of them were like basically
It was
unusable,
5
but
or
like
something.
early ass builds. And then the following episode, we got the Guitar Hero 3 prototype coming to light. So like, that was just prototype month, February 2024. That was kind of legendary. Not gonna lie. And that Rock Band dev kit has been paying off dividends because like the decomp project has just
doing
been
work,
soaring
man.
because they're decomping the Wii version, and this was on the
decomp
Wii.
at?
So like, what's it at nowadays? You looking?
What's it at? I'm looking it up.
It reached
Decomp
50%
a
not too
mile
long ago, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, like
So one of these
50%
days we'll
last
have
time I saw.
hopefully we'll have a native PC port of
It is
Rock
at
Band 3.
50. It is at 54%.
54%.
54%.
That's impressive.
Very impressive.
Very.
So
Yeah, and
cool,
I think-
man.
Yeah, no, and then I think that's going to just going to spawn a nice community that just they love Rock Band 3. I mean, like there's already a community that fucking absolutely loves Rock Band 3 and Rock Band 3 Deluxe.
Mhm.
You know, no matter who you are, it's just that
That's gonna live
Rock
on
Band
forever.
3 Deluxe is fucking crazy.
Yes. Yes, it will.
Mhm.
Yep.
Also forgot to
Um,
mention episode 15. We had our first guest, Toy Machine. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Elliot,
yes.
our
We
very
had
first
Elliot.
guest.
Yeah, we had Elliot.
And episode 26, we had our second guest, Chris Vance. That was very cool
Chris
too. Jason
Vance.
unfortunately couldn't make it for that one.
Yeah.
And I
I
think
didn't get to
Alec
speak to him. Yeah.
Alec was
I was in
away from
California.
home as well. You're in California, so that was an interesting, weird episode. But somehow that we got it to work with Chris Vance. That was really cool. I'm really glad we got to talk to him.
Yeah. We should bring Elliot back on, dead ass. Now that all
That could
this
be fun.
licensing shit is up. Well, licensing shit's
Talk
up.
about
It'd be
licensing.
great, man. If we talk about that, I mean, we literally could.
That'd be good.
That'd be
kinda
great. I'd love to have him back on, dude. He's just been in the scene for like 20 years now, man. So
funny. Yeah. What an OG.
yeah. Yeah. So after those two, hold on. There's a big gap, right? So from
From the
16
list, but
and-
I made a list earlier to like highlight certain ones I want to talk about. But I
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
talk about
sure.
episode 28. That was an interesting one. I'll put the thumbnail on the screen for you. It says, "Look at these fools, so blindly optimistic. Their expectations will soon
Oh,
be
I
shattered.
know exactly
yeah,
They
man,
what
that
haven't
was,
the faintest clue."
It was,
This was when all
Billie
of our
Eilish
hopes
season.
and dreams were crushed by the pro mode
was
update for
pro-
Yep, that was pro mode.
festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking
was
about
promo.
Coyote timing like earlier today. I was thinking about it. I'm
God,
like,
we were in
damn.
hell.
Season 3.
Season
Oh,
three,
You know what?
we
You know
were in
why? It's because I
hell.
heard
Hell.
I heard "Ride with Me" on the radio, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "Oh my
When I-
fucking god!" I had
when
to
I-
lock in to play that song. There's no reason in any universe you need to lock in to play that song, but when it was season 3, you had to.
I
You
remember.
absolutely had to.
I
'Cause
remember
then
getting
I was
so
remembering you had
excited.
to fret.
We were all excited.
So excited, and then immediately after like 15 minutes of playing, he's like, "Oh no,
Dude,
oh
No, it
no,
wasn't-
oh,
it
no, not
wasn't
even.
just
We couldn't even
Coyote.
play. We couldn't even play.
It
We
wasn't
couldn't
just
use our
Coyote timing.
guitars.
Yeah,
it was so
exactly. We
hard.
couldn't.
You had to use
I
a
wake up-
Jaguar, a Strat,
I
or a
wake up
Riffmaster.
in
That's
the
it.
morning. I wake up in the morning to a DM from Sanjay saying, "What the fuck? You can't use a Sandtroller guitar." And I was like, "What?
Oh no!
Like, what do you mean?" And he was like, "You have to auth an Xbox, like old, like a newer Xbox controller." And I was like, "Wait, are you kidding?" I thought everybody's stuff was just gonna work. And then like, cue like me like rushing to get auth on my guitars, and like Noise also rushing to get auth on his guitars. Like,
Yeah.
he had a better plan than I did, you know. So he was able to do it quicker. But like,
couldn't even imagine the
that
stress
was
of
fun.
a guitar
That
modder
morning-
during that
Bro,
moment.
that
Like,
morning.
oh shit!
I opened up my Kramer that morning and I was like, fuck, like I have to wire an off thing. I go on Amazon, I try to find like a USB adapter, USB to USB-C adapter
Oh.
that I can wire to some random pins on my fucking board. And then it gets primed same day from Amazon. And I solder, like, I cut a big hole in the battery compartment, I solder it in, and then I start playing the game, and I'm playing it, and I'm like, wait a second, this game doesn't work. What's happening?
All this work,
So it was like
and I can hardly
it was
even
like
play.
a double. It was like a double whammy. I'm watching Alec on stream, and he's just
No,
like la-di-da-di-da, and then like his mood just starts to go down.
At that,
Like
at that. Yeah, I think I just remember. Like a sinking hole in my chest that whole day, and I was like, I need to not be on the internet. And that was like the first time I ever felt like genuinely overwhelmed.
The
by
realization,
just
yeah,
the
of like, wait.
realization of being out of control. Like I had no control. I had no way to tell people like, yeah, it's gonna be all right. It was just like, we have to wait. I don't know what to tell you.
No,
we have
it's
to
because
wait.
we've been hyping it up too, because we knew that this was in the files for so long,
was
and
gonna
that they were
drop.
starting to like. It was imminent that it was going to come out. We knew this, but then like
Oh my
we were
God.
hyping it up
Yeah.
for everybody else, and then nobody could play it because their guitars
Nobody
didn't
could
work.
play
with
it.
No,
it.
nobody could
So,
play
like,
it because
I remember
yeah.
you like
I'm
putting out
getting
a
like
statement.
emails from people. Like
I remember you, Alec, putting out a statement during your stream, like, I had no idea it was gonna be like this. I didn't know. None of us knew. I'm sorry, or something like that. Like clearing your
I
name.
streamed for like 2.5 hours. I was like, guys, I gotta go. I'll be back later, but this is crazy. You know, it's like the first plane hitting was realizing that it only worked with the Rock Band 4 guitars, and then the second plane hitting was finding out that there is no like keyboard support or like regular controller support. So that was what I had to go like talk to Epic about, and I was like, guys. Yo, hey,
Oh my God, that's right.
accessibility. Why are we? There's like maybe 10
we had an
people.
emergency
we had a
meeting.
conversation. We had an
emergency
that
meeting.
day.
I was
We
driving
did.
to the store. And I was in Discord and I was talking to the fucking employees at Epic, and I was like, bro, you guys just at least have to have keyboard and mouse support, because it's like, who's gonna look at this and be like, oh, I need a Rock Band 4 guitar? Okay, I'll look for a Rock Band 4 guitar.
Oh,
wait, they're
they are on Amazon for $400.
$400
No thanks.
for Rock
I don't
Band
know
4
that I
guitar.
need to go on
Shit,
eBay to look for it, or
fuck,
Facebook Marketplace and spend $150 for an 8-year-old
love
used
Fortnite.
controller. I'm not doing that
I
shit.
fucking love
Oh, there's a
Fortnite so
Riftmaster.
much.
When? I don't care.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
out of it.
Riftmaster.
I don't want to play
What's
anymore.
that? What? Yeah, no, dude. That I think that was like when it was just like, oh, we're all ready.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah, that's when things
That's when
it dropped that day. It really
Well,
did.
okay,
and then
wait,
Jake made like a big tweet about being like
Yeah.
you know, pro mode is a swing and a miss, and here's why, and like
Yeah.
you know, and of course you had
And that's
all these
when we
Fortnite
also
indies.
that's
being
when we
like
realized it was like,
bulletproofs.
bro, Epic really they really don't want to treat this as a main mode, which was fine.
yeah,
it was
that was
fine.
like the beginning.
I
of
was
the
one
end
season
in that
away.
sense.
I was one season away, and then I was like, well, okay, they're just running it how they're gonna run it. That's fine. And I've been clocked out ever since. Ever since, I've been just clocked out. But I still play Beyond the Flame, and I still see if I can hit the blob every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it is
Every
fun.
time.
Each
every time.
season. Each
Every
season.
season. No,
I do
every
believe-
update. No, it's not even every season. It's every fucking update. I did hit the blob in the last update. I did.
Guys, legitimately, it all comes back to they thought it would be easier. I
think
really
so.
do believe this. I
do
really
too.
do. In my heart of hearts, I think that Epic went, guys, it's easy, just do it, you'll be fine. And then Harmash is like, no, it's gonna take longer. Hey, we'll try, but if we can't do that, the deadlines, then just go for it. You got this. We're really not gonna be able to do this, guys. It's fine. You just make an FNCS event. We'll put all this money on them. Don't worry about it, guys. It's not gonna be
And that's what happens.
I would love to know what the scenes were like in the office the day that Pro launched. No, did they know there was impending?
Yeah, what
doom?
did the
Dude, it was
Slack
so-
look like, man?
No,
like,
listen.
Yeah.
Here's how you can paint a picture. Even Kyle was saying when it dropped, he's like, the team did a lot. Like, said publicly on Twitter, was going, hey, the team worked really hard to try and make it feel as close to Rock Band 4 as possible. No, it wasn't. It did not feel like Rock Band 4.
The wording.
It felt like, I mean, if he was on
I
social
believe him
media
that they
and he was
tried.
going,
I really
I
do.
believe that they
Yeah, they
tried.
tried.
Yeah.
I really believe that they tried. But that can paint you a picture of how lopsided this whole like launch was. If you were not there, it was just such a
Yeah, you had to.
rough.
That's
Such a
truly
fuck
you
up.
had to be there moment.
you had to be there. And honestly, if you didn't want to be like, if you blocked that in your mind, like that's kind of what we did too. We
Yeah.
all blocked it all out of our brain.
Dude, you
And
don't
if you
know me
want
was
to
the hardest
try
song in the
what
game.
it felt like, if you
It's
want
not
to
a hard
know
song.
I pog
it was the
jammed
hardest
getting
fuck
that
song.
FC.
It's a
Yeah.
weird song. It's a weird one.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Like, if you want to know what it felt like, go into Yarg, make a custom timing window, and change the the strum leniency to 0 milliseconds. Strum fret leniency. Just put both of those values to 0 milliseconds. That's it. That's Festival Season 3. It was bad.
And
It was
then
bad.
do the big challenge of loading up Master of Puppets with that setting and go for the FC.
Oh my god.
I don't know how I got that within 45 minutes.
I don't know how you got that either,
I
man.
don't.
It took me like an
you,
hour
You
and a
really
half.
wanted it though. You really
I did.
wanted it.
You have to.
Yeah.
The thing is,
We had a
You-
grind, yeah.
it was a
You
grind.
got it real quick.
but still, you don't know how much you rely on this strum fret leniency until you don't have it.
Until
So-
it's gone.
Because every game you've
It's
played
quite
has had that, and that's how you
Yeah.
learned to play. It's not even you don't
Yep.
even think about it. Like
nope.
there's a few milliseconds when you strum before fretting. Those milliseconds, those count. Counted
I
in
remember we were
season 3 of
saying
Fortnite.
I remember saying like, dude, this feels worse than GH1, like high key. I remember
It did.
like get like that.
I have
thought
fun with
passing through my
GH1.
mind. Yeah, that's it. You actually have fun with GH1. I mean, like the hammer-ons,
Yeah.
they kind of work. Not really, but they kind of work. Chord hammer-ons. Oh my
yeah,
God.
those are
Oh, the
broken.
quarter hammer-ons.
Those are broken.
Oh
as
man,
fuck.
Carry On
those
Wayward
were
Son.
actually broken.
Carry On Wayward Son was fucking awful to
Mhm.
play. That was the worst.
Love the
That was
chart.
the worst.
It was the engine that made it worse. A bad experience.
I love that chart. That chart's awesome. I'll play it every
Yeah,
second.
great chart.
I'll play it every opportunity that it's like, it's in the rotation when I play online with randoms. It's just like, yeah, Carry On Wayward Son. Shit.
Sure.
Good
Fuck it.
shit. Sure.
It's kind of cool that we've been able to grow alongside this game because, like, the entirety of that game is chronicled through our podcast. So if you wanted to go back and like figure out what it was like in season 2, season 3, season 4, whatever, we were there talking about it. So you can go find that. I didn't really think about that until right now that we have kind of a historical record of this game because
Probably,
there's
like,
no
the
way to
only-
access
I'm
those
probably
old
the
builds
only
of the
one
game.
out of the 4 of us that still plays it like recreationally and like has a good time.
Me?
Likely. I
No,
mean,
y'all
do
play
you
it?
play
Yeah.
You
every now
play
and
it?
then.
every now and then?
haven't played in a
I played
while.
it a lot in September and August because I was always testing guitar firmwares for Lee.
Yeah,
So
I
I
mean,
was playing
yeah,
a
there's
lot
that.
of
I play pad too. Like shit's fun.
No, I still
loaded
hop
it up
on Fortnite and play
yesterday.
the guitar every now and then. It's fun.
There you go. JP,
I-
when's
I've
the last
been-
time you played?
I didn't play a song, but I loaded the game.
That's something.
It's-
Okay.
It's been a while for me. I mean, I want to actually like I got to get it on my iPad to be honest and play pad that way because I think for me that just seems a lot more fun as like a portable experience.
You have an Air, right? So it's a good.
Yeah, I have
it's
a nice
M1?
iPad.
Is it M1?
Yeah.
All right, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
So I got a nice phone now. I couldn't play Fortnite very well on my Google Pixel 7, but now I have a Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. This game can actually run, or this phone can actually run Fortnite at 120 FPS.
Oh,
Good
dude, you
phone.
try docking it
Phone
to
brothers.
dock it to the TV.
What?
You dock that shit to the TV.
That'd be hilarious.
US
I've never tried that
USB-C
before.
to HDMI.
You should do a
I
stream
used
of
to do
that.
it.
I,
did it
le-
on my old
I leaned it up
S20.
against my Stream Deck as a like a phone holder, and I played it with the cracked guitar on my phone. That was kind of a crazy experience.
I never
Yeah, I
thought about
played-
doing that. The USB-C to HDMI. I've got one of those
Yeah,
cords. I've got
yeah.
to try that.
So
it could
this
work.
isn't- I have like a little phone stand, so like I could just go like this, and then I can
Oh, that's
connect my guitar like
Sick.
right there.
That's kind of cool.
And,
Super sick.
Yeah.
I cannot strum through the Fire and Flames because it's at 60 hertz, whatever the Bluetooth mode is on. So
That's the
it's
one
just
problem.
like it's really hard. It's actually really hard.
I nailed the
to
Through
play.
Fire and Flames intro on my phone. Just saying. Even the fucking
I don't know.
fast synth part after the end, or after the end of the
Really?
yeah. I've seen the
It
whole
might be
part
better
on
on
my phone.
Android. It might like when it came
Bluetooth
when
crack
Fortnite
guitar, that's how I did
came
it.
back. When Fortnite came back to fucking iPhone, I was like, okay, let's load it up. let's do it. And so I had my black, the Black Tribal, and I played Flames. I'm like, dude, I can't. I'm like strumming the speed of Flames, but I think I don't know. I think it must have been like an earlier version of the firmware, but I was playing it. I'm like, what the fuck? This is hard as shit, actually. But
it ain't easy.
This isn't even like a new iPhone. It's like from 2022, so it's probably not the best specs either.
I mean, this is a year-old phone too, and it was fine. But I don't know. Our podcast grew alongside Fortnite. We were able to chronicle how it grew. The next big thing after Pro Mode came out, after all this stuff, was us going to Denmark for the Fortnite Festival Battle Stage tournament with Metallica. That was when I felt so vindicated, because I quit my job during this podcast. I started this podcast, I was employed, and then by late February 2024, I was not employed. I quit my job to pursue streaming and all this other stuff full time. And this was like when I finally figured out, like, oh, this actually does matter, and I made it in a way. I made it. Not necessarily to just myself, but to convince my parents and like all my other family. It's like, oh, they sent you where to go see I know Metallica. That's really fucking cool. To this day, and like my uncle will text me, "Hey, go say hi to James, Lars, Kirk, and Robert for me next time you see him." I'm like, okay, man. That's Psalm one time.
Still to this day, I talk about Metallica, and my brother's like, "Oh yeah, your coworker."
Exactly, it's that type of shit. Like that was the coolest experience, the coolest experience I've ever had.
Yeah, man.
In this whole content creator.
It was
space.
I mean, very fond memory of like just me, Jason, and Chad landing in Amsterdam. And we were so giddy about like revealing where we were, because we'd kind of been teasing like on the show for a little bit that something was going to happen, like, and then like, you know, we get to like the customs gate to like get to our like next gate to go from Amsterdam to Denmark, and we're telling them why we're there and everything. We met up at did we go to JFK, I think, in the city, in New York City? Is that where we flew out of, or was it LaGuardia? I think it was JFK.
One of those.
Yeah, well,
New York.
Kennedy.
I mean, Alex time wasn't as good. He had his bad flight luck that he seems to have there.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I was leaving out of Maine, and then they're like last second, they're like, "Hey, we're switching crews, guys. We're switching crews," and it delayed us by an hour. And so while I was like, "Okay, yeah, it's just an hour," it gets delayed by like another hour because they switched out a whole plane and they switched out the whole crew. And so I lost the comfort seats. Man,
those Comfort Plus seats were nice, man.
The Comfort Plus
nice.
seats, 9 hours out, and there's some dude watching some freaky ass shit next to me and Trevor on the plane. I'm not even kidding. He was like sitting there. He was sitting there. I'll see. He was watching bitches twerking in a hot tub, and he was just like, watching like this.
That's not plane content, brother. You can't be doing that.
And then after that, he like watched the Game of Thrones sex scenes like on repeat. It was bad.
God,
it was bad,
what?
dude. Yeah.
What airline?
I
are
don't
you
know
flying?
I don't know if I told you that part, dude. I don't
Delta?
fucking remember. I don't remember. It probably
Lunar
was
flight.
Delta.
We were all on Delta.
It probably was, yeah.
And then
Trevor,
from Amsterdam to Denmark, it was like Royal Air or something like that, I think, right? And then
I don't remember.
And then me and
Remember,
Jason and Chad and his wife and Jason, your mod, we all get to the hotel, and we're like, "Hey, we want to check into our rooms, please." And they're like, "Hey, you have to wait like 6 hours." And we're like, "What?"
Pass out on the couch.
We're just sitting on the couch.
Not even a crumb of early check-in. It's just, you gotta wait 6 hours.
We checked in when it was ready to check in. Like straight up, we waited that entire
you
fucking
guys were
time.
like dead.
And then we get to the restaurant, and like I'm like chugging espresso. I'm like I'm going from like this to this to this to this, like every 5 minutes. Like I'm like, I don't know how much longer I can stay up. Yeah.
No.
Dude,
busted out a laptop.
Copenhagen trip.
Fucking...
That was the coolest shit ever, man. I'll never forget that.
Awesome.
That. Thank
Dude,
you,
the
Harmonix. Thank you, Epic Games,
nuts.
for doing that and trusting us with all that and believing in us to help you put out the battle stage mode. I wish it could have stayed longer.
Jason's got his sign behind them.
Damn, I got my shit in the basement.
Yeah, mine is
heavy.
still in the box.
It's
That is
very
pounds.
heavy.
pure sheet metal.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell by looking at that.
yeah.
That is sheet metal.
It's like 1/4 inch thick. It's thick. It's 50 pounds.
It's
And
very
they
thick.
shipped that from Denmark to Minnesota for me. That had to be expensive. I know it was. I didn't pay it, thankfully. But holy shit.
That had to be a pretty penny to ship that from Denmark to where we are in the States. Yeah, man.
100%. They had 12 of those things theoretically to ship out if everybody wanted
It's
them.
crazy, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was very cool. I look back on that fondly all the fucking time.
It was a lot of fun.
Every time I think of Metallica now, it's just like,
yeah,
You know,
those are the boys. Those are the
that was
homies.
awesome. That was
they
awesome.
didn't have to do any of that either because
No.
not
They
only
really
did they set up the
didn't.
event and all the extra cool stuff on top for the marketing side, but they also hooked us up with Metallica's management. We ended up doing the Metallica podcast.
Yes.
What a life
It was
experience, right?
That
The
was
Metallica
nuts, man. That
management
was
was so
surreal.
cool to us. They were lovely. They said, "Hey, if you ever want to chat in the future, reach back out." Like they were very kind, like just good humans.
They were genuinely very nice people. Like even when we were at like the black box at the venue for like the VIP space, like we met like their main manager, I think, and she was super nice.
Yeah, everybody
like-
from Metallica's team was
I think
Oh my
was,
God,
was
their
amazing.
photographer, man. Oh my
Yeah,
God, their
yeah,
photographer.
Yeah,
Oh my
she
God,
was telling us
guys,
about how like
guys,
how
wait.
she Hannah, like you said, Jason, like she was telling us about how like she got that job and everything and her experience in the industry. It was just super cool. I think I met her because I went up to the bar and I was like, "Can I have water, please?" And they were like, "You need a chip." And I was like, "What?" I'm so thirsty though. And so I tried to find somebody to work for Metallica and I was like, "Hey, I'm here with the Fortnite thing and like I'm like dying of thirst. Like, can you please tell them to give me water?" And the guy's like, "Oh yeah, hold on." And he comes out of this back room, he gives me like 20 chips. He's like, "You got unlimited water now, man. You're all good. Like, don't worry." Like it's like credits or
I didn't
something
know about
for
that.
the bar. I don't know. Yeah. I was so thirsty. It was hot.
That was hot in that room.
It was hot in that room. It was hot in that room. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was so fucking cool, and I'll never forget about it. Can't say thank you enough to everybody who made that happen.
Seriously.
Lifelong
Absolutely.
memories, especially all the folks there that are from Harmonix, because that's the first time that
Meeting them was amazing.
the first time
That
that
was
I have ever talked to anybody
crazy.
from Harmonix directly. It was very cool
That
meeting
was
Dan
crazy.
Sussman,
Yeah.
guy who
Yeah.
I
Rebecca.
remember seeing from the Guitar Hero 1 behind the scenes videos. That's
Yeah.
like, oh, that's that guy
Yeah,
that I saw as a
that's
kid.
him.
That's cool. That's neat.
He's
I
here
got
now.
I got to talk to him about like them making a Beatles rock band, and that was probably most craziest, insightful thing that I heard, just from the production side and all that stuff. And so I couldn't even imagine being tasked with such a big, something that you could fuck up, like really badly.
Yeah, it could go
but
really
you
well.
have
It could
to-
go really poorly, and thankfully they really
Yeah.
did a good job with. There's to this day there's like people
this
making
day,
like
Beatles rock
video
band,
essays
yeah.
about how awesome Beatles rock band. I saw one that was in my recommended. I haven't watched it yet. From 2 weeks ago, it was like the Beatles rock band could only happen once, or something along those lines.
Yes.
I'll need to watch that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna save that one too. I that one popped up.
Yeah,
in
I
my
gotta check that
recommended,
out.
And after playing through the game on vocals recently, I was like, damn, this shit was awesome. This shit was awesome. Someone actually commented on that video saying this is the first game I worked on when I started working at Harmonix, and it's still my favorite to this day.
Wow.
Oh
So
wow.
that-
That's
That's
neat.
so
awesome.
cool.
I think a lot of people didn't, and I'm saying this for myself too. Like, didn't realize like how much of a Herculean task
Excuse me now.
Beatles rock band was.
Herculean?
Herculean.
I don't know. Is this how
Herculean.
JP pronounce him?
Yes, it is.
JP
It's
is a-
Herculean.
We're back.
Herculean.
It's
so
still on
bad.
one hand. It's still on one hand. Don't worry.
It's like
True,
Hercules.
True. Yeah, but no, it's just like I didn't realize it back then because the oversaturation of games. I didn't realize how important that game was.
I was still so into it, like it wasn't oversaturated, and I wasn't looking around at the games going like, oh shit, there's too many. I was just like, awesome,
More to play.
more
Yes,
cakes
cool.
for me.
I love this.
More
Yeah.
cakes. I got 10 cakes in 1 year.
Yeah, I love cake.
That's a lot of cake.
I love
It was
cake.
so much
It's a lot of
to eat.
cake.
I'm fat as shit. Let's go. But then
I
like
didn't play
Beatles
it.
Rock
I didn't
Band
play it at
came
launch.
out.
I didn't either.
I
was
played it
kind
at
of like, there's no
launch.
hard songs. I don't want it.
Yeah,
I
me
swear
too.
to
And I was
God,
like-
that was my mentality back then. Unfortunately,
I was like, I think it was that game was the reason why I started liking the Beatles, because I was in high school and I was like, oh,
I already
I'm
liked the
gonna check out
Beatles.
what the Beatles are like, and
I did
you know,
not know the
could-
Beatles
you know,
before that
and
game.
all
I
this
knew who
stuff.
they were, but I never listened to any of
I
their
was-
songs.
I was obsessed with the Beatles by the time the game was out. like
Well,
for a while.
my mom showed me Yellow Submarine, the movie, when I was a kid, so I knew the Beatles already because of that. Great film.
What intrigued me, I think what intrigued me so much was like harmonies and like how it worked, why it was a thing. And then I don't know, something about it was so interesting that I wanted to understand the theories behind it, why it was such a, such a selling point for Beatles Rock Band. Because I watched a bunch of the videos, and it was like Get Back. And then I saw the harmonies. I'm like, that is really interesting. How could they make that, accessible to people who don't know what a harmony is? Like, what could they possibly do? And then they did the pitch guiding in the in that game. I'm pretty sure there's pitch guiding in that game. So that kind of got me thinking about how harmonies work and stuff. Music theory and fucking it's just like understanding the harmony of something, all part harmonies. And so I really appreciate Beatles Rock Band for that. And then
she was cool.
All the history that they were able to convey.
Truly a love letter to the Beatles.
That intro movie it's timeless. It's so sick. That intro video is ridiculous.
Yeah, they nailed
It
it.
must have been an absolute honor to work on, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure.
I can't imagine the weight off my shoulders after completing that game.
That game is art. Like, if you compare it to any other Rock Band game, like, that game is like a piece of art for sure.
That's some shit that belongs in a museum, like, straight up.
Yeah.
Like, that's such a good game. It's a crazy, crazy tribute to the Beatles that I'm so happy that Guitar Hero didn't get to do it.
Yeah,
So
they would have
honestly,
fucked
me
it up.
too.
Not gonna lie, they would have never done it.
They
as
would have
cool.
fucked it up really
No.
bad. The Beatles would have never wanted anything to do with the rhythm game again. Their estate would have been like, do not touch rhythm games. Don't ever do that. Like that. Yeah.
The fact that they made even the highway and the notes all match the Beatles and somehow made it, I guess, like, made it universal enough to all of their eras to where it just looked seamless with the art style.
Sure, yeah.
You don't think about that, man. You really don't think about that. But if you think, like, look, they made that highway and those notes and the design of it work with every era of the Beatles. That's crazy.
Unfortunately,
like, it's not a highway. It wasn't even like a highway thing. Like, they didn't. I know this is not a great comparison, but it still kind of is. Guitar Hero, Metallica, every era had like a different highway and stuff like that. You can have they had the Black Album highway, the fucking Ride the Lightning highway, and the Master Puppets highway and stuff like that. Like, that was cool and stuff. But this was it was different. It was different.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Jason.
I feel like so much of that, like, really good design like that is sometimes invisible. And that's hard, right? Like, think of how many times we've had complaints on something like Festival, and it's so easy to point out things that could be better. But when something's really good, you just enjoy it, and you don't really even point it out. It's just go in and, like, that's the Beatles Rock Band, right? It's just enjoyable, start to finish. Like, if you are just getting into the band, it's a great way to discover them, right? It's almost like peak. That game is peak. Enjoy and experience what the band brought to the table. Like, it's such a pure experience in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
I think, can we all agree on that? Like,
Yeah,
I think it's the
100%.
best.
Yeah.
Of all the games that represent a band,
That's
like,
the best
sure,
one for sure.
That is
Aerosmith
the best
might
one.
Aerosmith made the most money, but it didn't.
But that was coming off the hype of
best.
3. That was coming
Yeah,
off the
they
hype
made
of
the
3.
most money simply because of the time it came out, not on its merits necessarily.
Agreed.
So,
Agreed
hey,
entirely.
Aerosmith ran away
Definitely.
with the bag. Hey,
Yeah.
ran
Oh, yeah,
away
they
with
did.
the
Good job, congratulations.
Good job.
Good job. Good
Credit
job.
you guys.
You
But-
made a lot of money,
Yeah,
but
You made a good
and-
point though. It is kind of invisible. This good design because it just feels right, and you don't really.
Yeah.
Most users don't really like see something like that. That improves my enjoyment of this game. It just is, but it stands out a whole lot less than something that is wrong or incorrect or is perceived to be, in the way. Like you can point at things from Guitar Aerosmith. They're like, why'd you do that? Or Guitar Hero Van Halen. It's like, well, that's not nearly as good as what Metallica did. Especially because you have like an example to look back at. Like they did Metallica way better than Van Halen in terms of just like a full experience about like learning
Then
about
we
the
find
band.
out that Van Halen really wasn't supposed to be a Van Halen game.
And then it all
was
makes
just
sense.
supposed to-
Yeah.
Then it all makes sense. But it's just that there's levels to this, right?
Mhm.
There's levels to all of this development and all these games. Like you look at Beatles Rock Band versus Green Day Rock Band. The Green Day
It's
Rock
night
Band
and
is
day,
an
man.
unfinished story.
Oh yeah.
It's
Green Day Rock
it's night
Band
and
has them
day,
in the
it's an
background, that's
unfinished
it.
story, and I think it was I thought it was a good game. I think it's great. if you love
It's not a
Green
bad
Day,
game. It's just
not a bad game. But
nothing
there's so
will
much
beat
missing.
Beatles Rock Band.
It's so
It's
much
just,
missing. There's
it's
no
it.
dreamscapes. It's just
Yeah.
Green Day going through the eras, and then their newest album at the time, and then they proceed to release more albums to this day. And it's like,
it's different because
it's
Green
like,
Day was still active and relatively at the time.
It's like a Fortnite collab, man. It's like a Fortnite collab. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
a more fleshed out.
I think about it
Fortnite
that
collab,
for lack of better word, that's what that game feels like. And I love Green Day Rock Band. I think it's one of the best drum games of all time, one of the best box art games ever.
Mhm.
I love the harmonies
I
in
love
that
the game too.
It's
very
great.
fun to play.
It's so good. It's really, really good. I actually ended up liking 21st Century Breakdown because of that game too. And
Sure.
before that, I wasn't even really into that album. And I was like, it's gonna be in there, whatever. I still like Green Day. But then I like that album now.
I think that the biggest difference between Beatles and like any spin-off game is that Beatles feels like it had the development cycle of a main series game. In terms of the effort and
for
production
sure.
that was put into it.
For sure.
Like it very much has its
They were also-
own
they were also put
personality
through
and
the ringer,
style.
man.
I think Rock Band
Yeah.
did
Put
really
through
good
the
with all
ringer.
their like side games, like Lego
They
Rock
did.
Band, obviously.
Lego Rock Band was insane,
AC/DC,
even though that was
no.
That's a
Well, I
track.
mean,
track
it's
packs
a
don't
track pack.
And God forbid if Pearl Jam ever came out, then there
True.
wouldn't be a. If Pearl Jam ever came out, that'd be like, oh yeah, it's the laziest of all. of them.
Somebody has that build.
Because-
I know you do. Leak it anonymously.
Somebody definitely
I
has
want
that
it.
build. Multiple
I
people
want
have
it
to have
now.
that build.
Hey, Rock Band's dead. Drop that shit.
Oh
please.
yeah, it's dead.
While you're at it, drop.
they
While
won't
you're at
care
it, do it
anymore.
now. You can do
drop
it. It's
Rock
okay
Band
now.
sessions. Drop Rock Band sessions.
Rock Band
What were we
sessions.
talking
It's
about?
okay now.
What are we talking about? Is the 100th episode of Lore Hero? Where were we?
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, we
Sure,
gotta get back on
whatever.
track. So in between our time in Denmark with Fortnite Festival doing the battle stage stuff with Metallica, there's a few months, but just a couple months later, we were sent out to another Epic Games event, and that was FNCS 2024 in Dallas, Texas, to do the Fortnite battle stage tournament, and that was also a very cool experience. I met my current girlfriend there, Callie Slays.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we also met
Hooray.
I met a whole lot of cool people there. A lot of people that I didn't really know, because a lot of the people that they invited, there's 16 people. It was the same 6 that got invited out to Denmark for the Fortnite Festival battle stage stuff. And most of the other people that were invited were from the TikTok side of things, because like it or not, that's where the people are. that's where many of the eyes on these games
for
come
festival. It was all on TikTok.
Yes,
Oh, it was all
a
on
lot of
TikTok
festival
at the
stuff.
time.
Yes,
All on
TikTok Love
TikTok.
Festival, and that
Sure.
makes sense. So I met a lot of people that I didn't really know at the time there, and a lot of very nice people. I really cherished that time because I got to meet a whole lot of new friends. And unfortunately, one of those new friends passed a few months back earlier this year. Shout out to
Pyro.
Corrupted Pyro. Hopefully, we don't have to go through that grief of any of these people for a very, 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 very long time. Ideally, but.
I actually want to give a quick shout out to her family because they just reached out and said they had listened to our coverage of her just within the last 10 episodes. I think I want to say episode 92, and just a special thank you to their folks because they've been in touch and they've been very appreciative of all the love that's been outpoured to their family as well. So thank you to everybody from the community that helped them through that really difficult time as well, and everybody who's still struggling to move forward with that, because that was a very hard loss. And
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to dwell on it too long, but I know as someone who was a friend of Pyro, it means a lot to me. So
Yeah, and thank you to M Shadows for donating to the funeral GoFundMe as well, because
Yes.
that Avenged Sevenfold was her favorite band, and I'm sure she would have loved to see that if she could have.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing. But FNCS 2024 was also it was a really cool event, and I am super appreciative of Epic Games and Harmonix for choosing us to be involved with these events. They are truly things I'll never forget for the rest of my life. Those are
Do
core
that round
memories
one
now.
night.
Dude,
Oh,
that was so
man.
fun.
That
Hanging
was
out there,
a ball.
So good.
getting like
That
3 or
was
4 different
awesome.
Ubers to get all of us over
Yeah.
to the round one, play all that stuff. It's
We
hard
went to
coordinating
that,
with a group of 16, I'll tell you.
We went to that Japanese place. Like, it was fun.
Tokyo House.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That was sick. The tournament, we can go on for days about how it wasn't super great or whatever. Blah,
You've
blah,
heard
blah,
about it
but
enough,
You've
I
heard
think.
you've heard it enough. But
Yeah.
Again, we had 2 very cool Epic Games sponsored events in a few weeks, and that was all or a few months rather, and that was in no small part due to this podcast. So again, thank you to the viewers for allowing us to have this platform, this podcast, this place where we can all just share our thoughts and talk about things and get noticed by the right people and move the scene forward in general. Again, if I could have one sentence sum up like my ethos for what this podcast is, it's a rising tide lifts all boats. And I think that's a lot of what we try to do here is like shout out community members and showcase this, showcase that.
I feel like I dare say I'd like to push that a step further and say it isn't even like a goal that I find for the podcast. I find this is a goal for my personal life now. And maybe you guys might not relate to this the same way that I do. Maybe you will. But I feel like I'm kind of tired of individualism, just like making content for myself. If it isn't something that brings the community along with it, then it isn't really something that matters as much to me now.
Sure.
Like that's like for years, right? I've had a hard time with uploading to YouTube, right? Just on my side. And the more I've been thinking about it, it's more like, okay, well, I've been trying to find a way to make a new game for years and years and years and make something that would help other people get those same experiences that I've had over the years, right? That's it. To me, that's more valuable because sure, you can laugh at some old meme charts on the YouTube side of things, but let's get everybody else those same experiences. Let's get some new folks in to play these games and fall in love with them the same way you did before, right? Like that to me seems like so much more of a worthwhile time investment because it lifts the community. And not to sound too much like a tree hugging hippie, but I feel like that's something that we could all use a little bit more of in this day and age. Lifting community instead of potentially, just thinking about yourselves.
Yeah, or just tearing others down or just doom posting.
I mean, I feel the same way with like the game, especially because it's like, like I'm moving on from like being a charter myself to being able to like oversee all these wonderful charters doing this work and like being able to help steer the ship in a way that I think people
also providing,
will enjoy.
You're also providing for the community straight up.
Like I've always like, I mean, with the guitars too, like my goal was always to like provide, like exactly like you said, Alec, like I always just wanted people to have good hardware. And, it was it was a challenge, and like, Cracked coming along has been a relief in a lot of ways because it's just one of those things where I was never going to be able to, do the like production amount that they are. And a lot of people don't realize how important that actually is.
God.
But you're like, RCM's never going to go away. I'm not going to go away. These people aren't going to go away. Like Crack doesn't, they don't want to stop it. We can talk more about that later.
Yeah, actually, moving very quickly into the Cracked era because after our FNCS Dallas trip, me, JP, and Alec also went to Dallas again at the end of September, just a little friends meetup, and there we did an episode with some guy 913, old community member, legend in the scene. That
so
was
cool.
A guest we had.
That was awesome.
It was very cool in person, nonetheless. I mean, we've had guests on, but that's the first in-person guest, and
met him around one
so far.
At the Geek-the-Dora machine.
I was playing with
he
Brennan.
was just there.
He's playing with Brennan.
We're like, man, this shit's hard as shit. That's what we're saying. Playing Rocket, it was like Guitar Hero 1, but worse.
Yeah, that was really cool. We had our 1 year anniversary in between there. Episode 50 was our 1 year anniversary. We actually beat our pace with the first year because we are like a week early for our 2 year anniversary or whatever. But it was the like November of 2024 where the doohickey came out. We were getting like some like early doohickeys at the time. I forget exactly when. Let me pull up this episode, see what the times.
They're all on the floor.
November. Yeah, you got a shit ton. It was November 2024.
Alec got some really early ones.
We were talking with some folks from Cracked before we ever knew them really, and we got doohickeys, and like that was like a new era feeling. Like, oh, wait a second. So these guys are old Red Octane people, and they have this hardware company, and they're making Guitar Hero on tour, but new for this other controller for Fortnite. That's interesting. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And at the time, we didn't really know about a guitar coming out. I mean, a little bit. There were grumblings about it, but we didn't know anything for damn sure. But then it was that December, I think it was a little bit before Christmas, we had Lee Gonchard and Charles Wong of the original Red Octane like the co-founder of the original Red Octane from 1999, Charles Wong, on the podcast together, just shooting the shit. It was really fucking cool. That was another like moment.
SG.
That was another moment in this podcast where I'm like, oh, we made it. Like,
Yeah.
we were able to talk to the dudes who made the guitars that we've been using for the past 20 years almost.
Yeah.
And that was really fucking cool to me. That was really, really, really fucking cool.
That was the start of really the steps forward, because right after that, Lee started talking to us a lot more.
Mhm.
And I remember him. He's a busy dude. He's flying around, going from place to place, and he's landing after flying back from a cross country trip, and he's like, "Hey, got time to talk? I've got some ideas. I have to spend most of my days in Middle Earth, but I'd rather be in my basement making rhythm game controllers." And I'm like, "What a man after our own heart!"
Yeah.
Like, I just like that's
No,
it right
it's
there.
true. This is how he talks to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got an interesting prose. Lee's writing style.
Lee is the type of guy that like he will just call you out of nowhere and you always answer. We
Yes.
always answer when he calls us. It's true.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, a lot of
guys,
times
gotta be
now,
right back. Lee's calling me. I'll
that's
see you in a
happened
second.
many times.
It's
a lot of times he'll
it
just
is.
send me a message that says "Moose ya goose," and then I'm like, okay, Lee wants to talk.
That's funny.
Lee wants to talk now. Okay.
All right, let's rip off the Band-Aid and tell you this is the good shit with Lee. If he starts to talk with you and he says, "God damn it," it's gonna be a good talk.
Oh yeah, you
damn
know
it,
it's gonna be
Moose.
good.
God
Yeah.
damn it, Jason.
We're,
true.
we're
God damn
leaking
it.
how he speaks to us.
Yeah,
True.
we're leaking DMs. This is the Lee DM leak.
Leaking.
Yeah. He's
Lee
an
gate.
interesting guy. But after we first kind of got introduced to Lee and all that stuff and got the crack relationship going on, there's a few other things that happened.
I still kind of it still welcomes the era that we're in now. Like
Yes,
this is
100%.
the
That was
cracked era.
first steps.
This is very much the cracked era. So everything that's happened since then has just been fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I got GHG permadeath. That was crazy. And then
Yep, that happened
a couple,
in when was
like
that
December.
exactly?
It was like
That was like-
December 20th,
Was it after
2024.
Christmas?
Dude, that
It was
only
around
feels
Christmas
like,
time.
That only feels like a month or two ago at this point.
Nah,
That's
yeah.
wild.
Is it because I've been
It was
no,
before
it's just
Christmas.
that-
We put that
how
episode
crazy-
out on Christmas.
Crazy, man.
How crazy permadeath was and how that happened. Just came and
Yeah.
went. And then we just were on to the next.
On to the
Crazy.
next. Always.
And yeah, no. So that was fucking insane, and
That
then
was
not
Crazy.
very short, not much longer afterward. I got hit up in DMs by Ludwig, and he was like, "Bro, I want to play some Rock Band with my friends on a charity stream. What's the best way to do it? Yarg. That's how you do it.
Yep.
It's the easiest thing to set up. There's a whole bunch of instrument support, and they're singing. That's like
It's actually crazy
that's
to look
it.
back right now. That was
That's
like the
it.
very beginning of 2025. Like 2025
Yeah.
was the year of Yarg. Like Yarg got the showcase at the Rockathon. It just got the showcase a little bit ago with Fast 52. The Yarg developers are now making a new game with Red Octane Games. Like this was the year of Yarg, I'll say.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's a great game. I'm a little bit biased though. Anyway, so it's with that, it already got a bunch of people, like a bunch of eyes on Yarg. I think I did say this to you guys before a show, but I want to say it was 2 or 3 months ago. I got recognized at Costco, and this guy came up to me and he brought up Yarg unprompted. I was like,
Oh wow.
"You're talking about Yarg." You're
Big.
talking about Yarg. That means it's getting out there. I mean, yes,
Huge.
he was a fan of like what I do, but I also don't play a whole lot of Yarg on stream unless it's like drums or something. Like it's a very few and far between when I do Yarg streams, but I play it all the time. When I do streams, I have like different ideas, what I want to do, but that's why I don't stream much Yarg. But it was just crazy it getting brought up out of the blue without me even talking about it. It was just it's like, I got Clone Hero and Yarg installed. I'm like, hold up, you said Yarg? You're saying Yarg? I don't even know you. We just
It's
met.
breaking
and you're bringing up
containment.
Yarg. So that's cool. I think that's great because I think Yarg needs to be in just about every household, installed right next to Clone Hero. It's even crazy talking to people and they're like, and I'm like, Clone Hero, right? And I'm like, yeah, of course. And they go, yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, everybody knows Clone Hero.
Of course.
That's how you play Guitar Hero now.
Yeah, it is. That is how you play Guitar Hero now.
Yeah.
Get started
I mean-
with Clone Hero, you either stay there and still enjoy your time, or you branch out. And then
there's a
you
lot of
try
different
out
things to
Yarg.
branch out to now.
Or
Yeah, Clone Hero has
You
its
know?
place. Yarg has its place. Each do its own thing better in certain ways. I mean, I think Yarg is a more fun drum experience for me personally. Clone Hero is better for other people who like really fast tappy stuff with the default engine being a little bit more loose. I mean, you can make that in Yarg too. It's just however you want to play.
True. Absolutely. Something for everybody right now. And here's hoping that in the future there'll be even more choices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I mean, there will. Red Octane Games is making a
there
game.
will.
The Rhythm Company's making a game.
Ooh.
We have theoretically 2 new choices coming in the next few years at some point. Who knows? But yeah, Yarg had a great start to the year with the Rockathon. Right after that episode, that was a 64. We did episode 65. We had a guest on, Carlo Cavaluzzi. That was a really cool one too. He's actually, he was the one who kind of got the Yard to do the Rockathon. It was his idea to do like the Rock Band 2 endless set list on stream. They didn't do Rock Band 2, they did Rock Band 3. But that idea helped spawn what the Rockathon became. And it was cool to talk to him, somebody who was much like us, who was around back in the day playing these games. And like, it was cool to be able to talk to somebody that we really didn't know who they were up until like right now, but like they know. Like we could make all these obscure niche references and shit like that. He understood. It was really cool. Like talking like Blinded by Fear or whatever.
Jailbreak.
Yeah, the jailbreak challenge. And Freddie Wong did a competition back in the day to give away like a special edition. It was called the Riffmaster, different Riffmaster at the time.
Yeah.
Carlo won it. It was a PV Riffmaster. Carlo won it,
man.
And he had like this lore.
Now we gotta
behind
get
Like,
him.
what the fuck?
We gotta get him to play Yarg, bro.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
Freddie Wong is back.
Yeah,
he's
dude.
back.
Yeah,
He definitely
back.
has played Clone Hero for sure.
Oh yeah, for
He
sure.
absolutely has played that fucking game. Played through the Fire and Flames at least twice for sure.
If not once, then twice. If not twice, then thrice.
Thrice?
Good band.
The Arsonist?
Thrice?
That was a Guitar 3 DLC?
Yeah.
Off of the 4-part album.
Deadbolt's awake.
The Alchemy in Text.
Yeah,
That
Deadbolt,
is-
Guitar 5.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah.
That's one of the shortest songs
Yeah,
of the game. Very fun though.
Good song.
Mhm.
Somewhat.
Good song.
Oh, they also had a very obscure single, which is exclusive to Guitar Hero World Tour DLC. All the World Is Mad off of their album.
That's a
Bang.
good ass song too. I like that
That's a
song.
good song, and that's exclusive to the World Tour version. It's a demo version.
That's
You
cool.
listen to it-
I didn't know
Listen
that
to
piece
it
of
on
lore.
streaming services and
That's
DSPs.
lore.
It's
good lore.
a little bit. It's a bit of a heavier cut, but the song is also paced differently. It's cut up a bit differently. The final version compared to the World Tour
I
version.
gotta listen to the fucking.
You should
studio
really-
version now.
you
Have
should
to
listen
compare
to
them,
it.
yeah.
Hey, speaking of songs
it's a
and
good
comparing them, our most popular episode of this podcast ever came right after the Carlo episode, and that's the Guitar Hero 3 song tier list. We need to
Tier
do more
list.
tier lists coming soon. I feel
God, we got to do that soon.
it's a fan favorite, that's for sure.
Vote
I
down
think
in the
reason-
comments below which tier list we should do next.
We'll do it
Unironically, please
exactly
tell
what
us.
you say. Every
Unironically.
single one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
All right. When the Red Octane Games game drops, are we gonna have to do a set list
Yes.
ranking?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's gonna be
Yes,
scary.
Yes, yes,
Ooh,
yes.
that could be part of the promo. This should be offline, but like in the weeks leading up to the game, we should like reveal the set lists and like okay guys, we're gonna just out of the blue, unbeknownst to anybody, we're just like the new episode is like revealing the entire set list of the game, and nobody
I'm
knows
sorry,
yet.
but there's just something that hits me the wrong way of, hey, you want to play the new game? Here's the worst songs.
yeah. It's like,
I was
oh,
gonna
this
say,
song
like,
is dookie.
I
The
don't
song that's
know.
coming out in a few weeks. Don't play the shit. That shit sucks. These songs are awesome though. You should try those.
F tier, right here. Avoid this. I
That's
can't believe
insane.
we talked to this artist. What
Yeah.
the fuck are they thinking with this
Yeah,
this guitar?
maybe
riff?
Nobody even
Maybe
wanted to
after thinking
license
about
this
it.
song.
Maybe after thinking about it for more than 1 second, that's a really bad idea. No, we have to put every single song in S tier because obviously every song is great.
Great promo.
Oh
Excellent.
no!
We couldn't make it a tier list. It's an S tier list. Everything is S tier.
I'll make
That's
the
the goal.
fucking tier. I'll make the tier list if y'all don't want to. I'll do
You're an
it.
advisor on the project. Are you advising
I'll
us
do it.
to license shit? No.
No,
No,
Well, I'm
you're
gonna do it
licensing
anyway.
S tier shit. Okay, fine.
Alex,
Here's the
I'm just
point.
gonna say
Alex,
it.
in the
I'm just
last
gonna say
week-
it how it is.
In the last week, have I asked your opinion on any song?
I am not at liberty to say.
I can say the answer is yes. He
Good boy.
has.
I just said good boy like you're a fucking dog. Jesus
Good boy,
Christ.
advisor. Anyways, Shortly after we did the Guitar 3 tier list, this is when we were able to talk about meeting with Cracked and telling y'all that we went to go to San Francisco to go meet with their team making the guitar. This is in February 2025, so many months before the guitar came out. We were able to play on it, share our feedback, and we can talk about this now. We talked about a game.
That was the pitch.
Yes, I don't know if we've revealed this yet on the podcast, but we might have.
I think we did.
And if you didn't see that episode, this is new information to you. It's new information to me. I forgot about it. When you do 100 of these things, you forget about everything you talk about.
True.
But unbeknownst to us at the time, that was kind of a job interview.
Yes.
It almost definitely was. They're sussing us out to see if we actually knew what we're talking about and see if they liked us and all that stuff. They gave us like a pitch deck for a game, and we shared our opinions on that rough idea for a game and like how we could iterate upon it and how we could change things to make it better and what songs and all this stuff. We all sorts of different things, and I think they really valued our input on that. And
True.
Shortly after that meeting, the guys over at Embracer Free Mode. It's not Cracked. It was Embracer Free Mode, those folks over there, because they're going to make a spin-off Red Octane Games. That's when they revealed to us, by the way, that they had the patent or the trademark for Red Octane.
Yes, they did.
And we all freaked the fuck out.
That was like the big pre-reveal where they were just like, oh hey, by the way.
Yeah, we were just talking. We were doing something with the guitars on the table.
Guess what?
And then like Lee put it up on the TV, like in the conference room. Nobody was looking at the TV, and then we look back. It says Red Octane. I'm like, what? Hold on, wait. Trademark 2025, Embracer Free Mode. What? It was really cool. That was a cool moment.
That was a good moment.
Yeah, we got to get that. We got to ask Jack about They filmed our reaction to the final trailer, or like close to final trailer for the guitar.
Yeah.
And they also filmed us, like, I think Alec Moose was playing Flames on the crack guitar, and we all just had crack guitars and we're just like shadowing.
Playing along to it, like a YouTube video. With the
like
guitar
all
on.
of us. It was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome.
They said they were going to use that for marketing in the future. They're keeping it for later. That was right when I first started talking to Lee about being the first person from our crew to sign as a consultant.
Mm-hmm.
Not as official full-time yet. That was like right after that. And I've been working with them behind the scenes pretty much since.
Yeah, same with the 5 Yark guys that they contracted. They got them pretty shortly after. Pretty shortly after we met them in person with this meeting.
They were before Lore Hero.
Yes, well before us. But you got signed in pretty quickly because you had a lot of ideas. Like your mind was just racing. I know how your mind works, and your mind was racing with ideas, and you had to have an outlet to share them in an official capacity. And they're very smart getting you on board first because you laid a lot of groundwork early. And I can't say thanks enough for all that because I know what you're cooking up, and I think it's sick. Can't talk about it, but I think Jason.
Wow, I can't wait to play. Beep. Yeah, like I can't wait.
But the rest of us all, we got brought on in due time, and now we're all part of Red Octane Games, and that quite literally, I don't think would have happened without this podcast. So again, thank you guys so much. Appreciate you.
Yeah, because this podcast unified us. It's like the 4 of us were kind of just doing our own thing before that. Like Jason was like very much in like the music discovery category more than anything for the game. Still got that nasty FCs and sight reads and stuff. Alec was trying to push the limits constantly of shit at that time before the pod. And then Jake was really still a faceless guy uploading to YouTube.
I'll be honest, in 2023, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I'm gonna be so fucking for real. I was kind of at the end of I was like, what am I gonna do? So not to say that like the podcast was the last ditch effort for like what I wanted to do with content creation and stuff. It very much was an avenue, but I was like, that whole year was rough, man. For me, that was not a great year. All things considered, though, I'm happy that it was a great end, and then it's just been on the wave since then. Like on the great waves. Riding the great waves. It's been slow and steady.
I mean, dude, like, again, gonna get a little sappy here, but I mean, I was getting out of a failed marriage at that point, right? Like, I was in a really rough spot mentally, and this show has not only given me an outlet to talk about a passion, and I'm a lot more reserved nowadays than I used to be with like the meme charts and things like that. And that's what happens when you grow. And I'm very lucky that I have the folks like you guys to grow alongside to share this with, right? Like again, I said it's gonna be sappy, apologies. But I don't know. This has helped me reconnect with the community in a way that I didn't really have an opportunity to do through like Clone Hero when I was on the Clone Hero staff. And I feel like I've been trying to claw back into a way to help the community since then, right? Kind of, I guess, goes back to what I was saying earlier about like the individualism versus doing things with other people, right? For the community, right? Like this has given me that outlet that I've been looking for. So I'm, as weird as it sounds, like I'm very much indebted to you guys as well. Thanks for taking the journey with me.
Oh, likewise, brother. This has been quite the wild ride, and I hope that there's no end in sight because this is I value this time that we get every week just to talk and chill about all this stuff.
Here.
This is our story that we're writing as we go.
Yeah, I mean, like
it's and it's I've never had much more fun doing it.
Like for me, like I've been friends with Alec this whole time, but like seeing like him like blow up in his career and everything, being a content creator, like it inspired a lot of people, myself included, to try streaming Guitar Hero, and as a result, it became very competitive very quickly because the scene was kind of bustling. And the main people at that time were Alec, Randy, Jason, UCog. It was those four titans essentially. Like Randy, if you go on Randy's stream now, he took a very long hiatus and his viewership never recovered. But Randy used to have like several hundred people watching. And this really gave me an outlet, Lore Hero, to like kind of do something content creation related that didn't require me to have to like get on a camera live and stuff like that, because sometimes I get on and do drums, but
we're just even like really worrying about numbers, man. It was just it's just about getting out there and then having fun. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I always struggle with that.
Soul play.
Maybe I'm alone in this, but I think that as a whole, we need to get rid of the numbers focus on Twitch. Like, look right now, so many people are talking about my numbers are lower, what's wrong? The world sucks and there's a lot going on and not as many people are looking for entertainment, especially when Twitch is inundated with ads top to bottom, and it's a lot harder to watch them, right? And if you're just blaming yourself because your content isn't bringing people in the same way, that's trauma, dudes. Real shit. You're asking more of yourself than like you should be asking of yourself. I mean, I don't mean to sound so like goofy saying it like bluntly, but like
I get that.
That's it.
As
like it's not the same way it was 10 years ago on streaming.
No,
not even close.
No.
Yeah, the landscape has totally changed.
Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit.
No.
So just don't. Yeah, just keep on doing what you're doing. Don't lose your mind, because remember what you did. Remember how you got here in the first place, right?
True.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Remember how
make
you got
good
here.
shit. Be happy with what you put out there. Be
make
proud.
Dope shit. That's what I tell people. Just
have
make
fun.
Dope shit, man.
If you make dope shit, people will come.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They'll either both definitions, right?
I didn't even think about that thing. So, okay, never mind. Moving forward. Hey, after the whole crack stuff, blah blah blah. We got the Les Paul reveal. We were able to like talk publicly a little bit about what we saw in San Francisco. The whole world got to see the Les Paul guitar controller. We had J-Prez on for that one just because he was at Alex's house when we were doing the episode.
I did
J-Prez was just kind of there.
Where I ran out of the room and I was wearing the same clothes. Yeah. It was great.
Oh, look, I have the guitar, because Alec got to keep the guitar that he was able to showcase with IGN. Yeah, I got it. I just got back from the showcase, guys. That whole bit, that was pretty funny. Shortly after that, we had Lee on again to talk about the guitars and all that stuff, get community feedback and all that stuff about what they like, what they want to know about it. Through the Fire and Flames came to Fortnite. That was a big event. Kind of.
We talked to Herman Lee.
We talked to Herman Lee. That was really fucking cool.
We played
we got
Custom
to meet
Cars
Herman.
Tycoon with Herman Lee.
Yes, to unlock Fortnite.
Part.
And that was the part that like kind of blunted the whole experience. It was like, oh, well, yeah, Fortnite, you can play through the Fire and Flames, but you have to unlock it first. You have to get 6,000 XP. You know how you do that really fast? you build custom cars. You build a tycoon. See, you have to step on the green button, and it gets you some workers, and the workers give you $15 every second. Then you have to wait until you get $150, so you can press on this other green button that unlocks a path. And then the path gives you more things, right? And then once you get more things, you can get this little wrench, and then you can click on it, and you get money really fast. But then, then you get the blowtorch, right? Once you get the blowtorch, then you can hold down left click on this box, and the box gives you XP, and that's how you get through the Fire and Flames in Fortnite. Herman Lee, and the guitarist
that
for
was
Dragon
a very
Force.
that was a very short notice, impromptu opportunity. So we didn't plan that. None of that was scripted. None of that was planned. We just said like,
genuinely, that was like all.
We had a dilemma. We were like, wait a second, we have to unlock it. Like, how do we get Herman to unlock it? And we just kind of sat there. We were like, we're gonna put him on.
We could play VR, but we could do it faster.
You know what? The worst part was? The worst part was Festival gives you party sharing for licensing. We didn't even need him to unlock it. We could have just played it without him unlocking it. We didn't even need to do it.
That's so true.
He has to go through the same ringer as all of us.
He needs to unlock it for himself.
It was
so he can always have it.
He has it. He has through the Fire and Flames. He didn't have to pay $500 for it. Yeah.
Oh, dude, all the calibration issues he was having, like, he couldn't even play the game.
Oh, yeah, because he was like, I have it going over the...
Yeah, his
stream
setup's
going through OBS. I'm playing on a laptop right now, but...
He has, like, 5 different PCs set up for, like, this whole thing, and he's, like, playing off the monitor from that PC. It was insane.
He was playing through, like, an OBS preview.
Yeah, like, oh, brother, that ain't gonna work. Not with a game like this. Hell no.
Nope.
That was an interesting part of the Fortnite experience.
So
that was crazy.
That shit was so funny.
But not too long after that, we entered our game show era, where we had Soya Desu on, and we did the lore hero quiz. That was really fucking cool.
That was fun. Yeah.
I would love to do that again if Soya's ever down for that. Love you, Soya. You're the best. We also had Sneakhood on. Love you too. You're the best. He made us a little 5-fret Jeopardy, and that was really fucking fun too. I think he has another game show that he made at some point and would like to come on again to do another game show. It'd be really cool to do another game show.
That'd be fun.
Because me and JP just did a game show with Dan Rock. Shameless plug.
That was awesome.
Dan Rock made a little quiz show. It's kind of like Hero Guesser, but just audio. So he gave us like the game and then a 1 second, the first second of a song, and we had to guess what song it was. And it was very fun. I like the concept.
Yeah, it was cool. And he dressed up.
Yeah, he dressed up. He was in a suit. He was fancy, like every good game show host should do. Soya dressed up for the game show.
That's true. Soya did dress up.
In between then and then, like now, we're just chilling. A lot of it was just chilling. We were able to reveal that we had our crack guitars closer to when they were able to launch. That was episode 82. Episode 83, we're the longest running un-FC'd like co-op song in Guitar Hero was ever was FC. That was Trogdor by Marbler.
Trogdor got done. Got done. Crazy.
Why am I blanking on his name? Sleeper Wave.
What, Sleeper
it was
Wave?
an S. I was like something. I was thinking Soundwave. I'm like, you idiot. Sleeper Wave. Sorry.
Soundwave was the Mashup album.
I don't even know, man. There was another
Musical
guitar.
Musical Tangents. That was the album.
Yeah, Musical Tangents.
Whatever you say, bro. I don't even know. We had another guitar that got announced, the Drakong Infinicore. Haven't heard a lot about that in recent months. I'm sure they're still cooking.
Oh, yeah.
I heard that they brought it over to PAX West to show it. They didn't do anything like crazy with it, and they weren't even sure about putting it on the floor. Somebody else's words, not mine. But I heard that was on a display at PAX West, and I saw a picture of it in the Red Octane server.
Oh, so I didn't know.
That was yeah. You can probably find it. It was like shortly after the Red Octane server opened. And then they're like, oh yeah, the Drakong Infinicore was there. And I asked about it, and they said we weren't sure if we should even put it out, but we were asked to put it out, so they did.
Huh. Interesting. I guess
it was cool. And it was it was a black and white one, actually.
Oh,
so it was a white body with a black pick guard, and it looked really cool.
Oh, that's the opposite of what you have, right?
Yeah, opposite of what I have back there.
Pretty cool.
So they actually, it seems like there's an updated version. That was just cool as shit.
Yeah, I think they said 2026 for release on that thing.
Yep.
So
that's what they said.
Who knows when? But sometime next year. Still looking forward to see that. The more controllers in the ecosystem, the better. Quality controllers it is. I'm not talking about cheap Chinese clones that you can get on AliExpress with LEDs that are cheap and shittily made. Those don't count. Don't buy those.
Better hardware.
Buy
better hardware and better software.
Yeah, we can do
software.
We had Schmeggery on the show.
Yes.
Yes.
Episode 90. That was kind
That
of
was
an
great.
impromptu one as well. He just kind of showed up at Alex's house.
Yeah, we hadn't seen each other in a decade and a half at that point, so it was great to have him over to come and chill. And so we had him on talk about that what was it, that contest that he won with the Back in the Saddle music video.
Yeah, the Aerosmith one.
That shit was mad funny. I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, that was cool.
That first fucking came out. Yeah,
That's when my power was going out. My power went out during that episode because there was a massive storm
Yes.
coming. There was like
Yes,
a
it did.
tornado a couple miles away.
Oh,
but
you said
luckily it
hail.
came back.
Hail, right?
There was
was
crazy.
hail or
There was hail, and there was a tornado a couple miles away that like didn't touch down, but was close to it. I lost power for a while, but it came. That was a crazy episode. But the episode directly after that is when we were finally able to reveal publicly that Red Octane Games exists and that we are all involved. And that is the absolute culmination of what this show means to me. It is
Getting to that point was so stressful. Oh my
it was.
God.
But like
It was
was.
really stressful.
I mean, let's not get into detail because I don't think we can. But just know that it was a stressful time getting up to that. But when it finally happened, it was like, hell yeah.
yeah.
We're just keeping keeping it a
job's not
secret,
finished.
man.
Yeah, Jason
Yeah.
had the hardest job keeping it a secret.
Yeah.
He was there for months.
Yeah.
I mean, legitimately. So we went to Red Octane in February, right?
Cracked in February.
Yeah, it was.
I'm sorry, Cracked, to talk about Red Octane and the idea in February. Thank you for correcting me.
They're different companies, folks, just under the same corporate umbrella of Embrace Your Free Mode.
It's a lot of English and blah, 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 and I'm already bad with that.
There's a lot of things going on.
So we're in October now, so
8 months ago.
almost 8 months. Wow. That's kind of crazy.
It's crazy to think
Jesus.
about.
Wow, yeah.
But
There's still so much to go too, like it's obviously like hi Tara. It's obviously a lot that we still have to go through, but like at the same time, I thought it would be a little easier now afterwards, like telling people, hey, this is why I haven't been around as much. But we still really can't talk about what we're doing, right? Like,
No.
It has made it easier in that, like, hey guys, we're doing this, but at the same time, I feel almost guilty that we have to keep being so redundant about, yeah, we're working on the thing. And I'm just
we
ready to
can't
get to that
be
next.
specific. I would love to be able to share specifics, but as long as people know that we are doing something important, something we're cooking on, I feel better than just saying like, yeah, I'm busy.
Right, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at least now the game exists, we can talk about that. Whenever we finally reveal like do a reveal trailer, I'm sure we'll be able to talk about that. And then as the months go on, we'll be able to talk about this feature that we like start teasing or whatever. Like there's probably going to be some sort of like rollout over time about when we can start sharing
things,
more.
yeah,
As
it
things
happens
become
for video
public, we'll be able
games.
to talk about it, but we won't be able to talk about it here for the to break the news per se.
I feel like
more
every
than
episode
likely.
we should have like a timestamp being like, hey, can we talk about the game?
No.
We'll have a Red Octane game corner. So get a raw corner overlay.
It'll last like
change the hue,
10
change
seconds.
the hue, and be like, all right, can we talk about the game today, Jake? No,
That'd be a pretty funny bit.
All right.
That'd be a really funny bit. I have a whole ass scene that I've created just
dude,
like the
it's not,
festival
I'm
corner.
not even thinking
It's
about
the
it
Red
as a
Octane
bit.
Games
I'm literally just looking at it like, dude, if we can be as transparent as we possibly can, this is it.
Listen, you'll know
This is
when
it,
we can
man.
talk about the game. Trust, you'll know.
Oh,
It'll
you'll
be a
know.
change.
Problem-
It'll be a change.
It'll be a parenthesis. We talk about the game in this episode.
we
about
can
it.
finally
Great
tell
title.
you about this. Yeah, we talk about the game in
can-
this episode. A gajillion
And
views.
however many months,
Yeah.
however many episodes that is, we'll just say in parentheses. Or it'll be in the fucking thumbnail. We talk about the game. We talk about it.
I'll just never forget sitting in the waiting room at the chiropractor and being like, all right, man, the reveal's today. I'm gonna get home before it happens. And then opening Discord to see the press release got out early, and I'm just looking at my phone. I'm like,
fuck.
I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And just seeing everybody like working at the place, like pouring in the VC together. And I'm
start,
like,
not doing
I'm
damage
like,
control,
what
but
do-
like getting shit like
what do I do?
final last minute, like this goes out. Discord server, is that ready? Is it ready? It's ready. Okay, let him in. And doing that whole
dude, and then like
rushed
reading
thing.
like reading Milo hacks and them trying to guess the password for the website.
Yeah.
and And then somebody posted a picture of the team roster. I was like, oh my god, did they get the password? And then Jason was like, no, they opened the website. It's okay.
Wait, I remember correctly. The website, was it open and then they passworded it and then opened it again?
It was private, and then I think one of us, it might have even been me, said like there should probably be a password on that, guys. And
I don't remember.
They added the password, and then when I saw it being posted in Milo Hacks, I was like, oh my god, they found out the password, and then Jason or somebody was like, no, they opened the website. Don't worry.
Okay, we're good. We're good. God, that
yeah, I was like, oh my god, okay.
It was stressful, but at the same time, it was so like cathartic to finally be able to like tell people.
Oh, it was magical.
Share
it
people.
Was like
so people understand what's been going on, that we've been doing shit, that we haven't disappeared for no reason, etc., and like. To me, it was the culmination of everything that this podcast has done for us.
It was.
Like, the podcast originally started because we're a bunch of old folks that have played these games for 20 years, damn near, and we just wanted an outlet to talk about them because we still love them so much and we play them all the time. Like, we want to talk about the old days and why they were great. And now we're going to be able to make the new old days.
New days.
You know what I'm saying?
Days.
Yeah.
Like, my biggest goal would be to be able to take part in making the experience that makes the next one of me, or the next Alec, or the next Jason, or the next JP, to be like to be the person, one of the people that like helped create the new game that changed somebody's life, like these old Guitar Hero and Rock games changed mine.
Yes, I'm right there with you. That's exactly where I'm at.
That is the thing that is motivating me the most, is being able to write this new chapter of history,
dude. 100%.
We're already writing the chapter, man. We are. We're here doing it. You know.
I mean, we are doing it, but this feels different. It's a different type of way.
This is like the chapter that everybody reads in like a book where they're like, oh, just read that one chapter. It's the most interesting part. You know, like we're doing it.
I think it's hard because right now it's tough, right? It's really tough out there for a lot of people. The world's brutal right now. And everyone's looking for a way to contribute in some way, shape, or form. And you know, I think we are at least in a position where we can use our skills to do what we can, which is nice. You know, I feel very blessed for that, that's just, I don't know how else to put it, right?
I feel very blessed as well.
Yeah. So I hope that we can create that experience, you know, and I'm trying my best that whenever we talk about that we kind of just I don't want to say just wear our heart on our sleeves, but yeah, like kind of just like basically saying, hey, we don't know if we're going to get it all perfect. And I know that's not the best marketing for a game.
I'll say it right now, we won't get everything perfect because it's impossible to make it perfect. For everybody, there's going to be a sizable amount of people that love it and a sizable amount of people that hate a certain decision. That's just the way it is. Nothing will ever make everybody happy ever. But
it's a music game.
The goal is, it's a music game. Nobody's going to love everything. Music is very subjective. Like, oh, that song sucks. Oh, I hate that band.
It's a music game where for the last 10 years, the best option is a fan-made version
where you can make the game exactly how you want it.
And you can make it, and you can have the exact type of experience that you want, and that's why you like it.
It's a tough needle to thread, but we're going to try our damnedest to make the most amount of people happy.
So we're aware of all those things. We're aware of all the people who enjoy this game for various different reasons. So, hey, listen, I'm just asking y'all to hear us out, because I think this will be a really, really fucking awesome time. If you just take a look at what we're working with, if you just, look at the community now and all the different types of people that enjoy this game a different type of way. We're looking at all of that.
There's a lot of fingerprints on what we're doing, and DNA. Like
you guys will be able to see that DNA.
It's not just the ARG DNA. Like it's like the embodiment of like all the different sectors of the community. Like we're thinking of everybody.
Yeah, it's by community for community.
Which is that's also I want to point out that is hard too, because when we say that from a game design perspective, if you're making a game for everybody, then it's a game for nobody as well, right? So again, know that we're thinking this through. This isn't one of those that we're just shitting out our own version of something because it's popular, people want the game, we make the game.
Yes, and that was a concern that I saw when we put out the suggestion forms on the Red Octane socials. Like, oh well, I want people to like make a game they want to make, and trust me, we're already doing that. We had ideas before the suggestion. We didn't start with nothing and like what game do you guys want to see, and then make it based off the suggestions. It was more so to get feedback to see if people were already in the same line of thinking as us, and also to get some other ideas that we maybe not have thought about. But trust us, we already had an idea going into that. So the people that were concerned about, oh well, they're just gonna make like democratically elected Guitar Hero game. Not really. Whatever is the most popular suggestion gets made. It's
Tough
not that.
line right there.
It's not necessarily that, but like, I don't know. I'm very prone to these criticisms and seeing that because I know what's going on, but obviously I can't say everything that's going on. So I'm like, I can't say, oh, you're off base, because that gives away something, and it's still tough.
The balancing act.
Yeah.
Let's just also put it out there that we have put ourselves in an impossible position because there's nobody else in the game dev space that's actively developing a game this way, that's getting on a podcast every single week and talking about other things regarding things that you would
the
be
genre
about
of which the game that we are making, but we can't talk about the game. Yeah, it's a very weird
fact, we're
position.
still allowed to
we're
do
a
this.
subgenre. We're a
That's it.
subgenre of the fucking this game genre too. You know, it's like we're Guitar Hero, but it's also not the wider rhythm game space. But
we're using Guitar Hero as as like the Kleenex is to tissue, not the brand Guitar Hero. You know what I'm saying here? We are not Guitar Hero. We are a different game.
Zipper.
Yep.
Not
we are the Zipper, the Kleenex, the Band-Aid.
Oh yeah, that's true. Zipper.
No.
Zipper. Yeah.
We looked this up before, the generic of it. I can't remember off the top of my head.
This has been a bit. Hey, another highlight of this podcast. We talked about zippers. Was it like something like interlocking something or else? I don't remember.
Google.
Something like that.
Class blocker.
Class blocker. Close enough. There you go. So yeah, we are talking Guitar Hero in a class blocker type of scenario. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
You know, the personal growth that like I've experienced in general from doing this too has been immense. Like, man,
So,
this is
same with your
embarrassing.
beard growth.
This was me in 2022.
Wow, JP.
That's a different JP.
Yeah. That was me. And I think when we started this podcast, I was around 180 pounds, and now I'm down to 161. I'm almost down to 160, which is my goal. And yeah, when we started this, I didn't have the beard either.
No,
you know?
let me tell you,
that was like a
big improvement. I love the beard.
Yeah, big improvement.
I like the beard too.
I was at my boxing training one night, and like, you know, I would usually have my facial hair for like a week before it got too itchy, and I would just shave it clean off. I never really considered growing a beard because when I was like younger, like a teenager, like I had a neck beard. Like my hair didn't grow over my cheeks like this or anything. Like my mustache didn't connect or anything. Like, and it's funny, like when I started losing weight and eating better, like the beard all just magically started to like make sense. You know, it, like ironically enough. And my trainer was like, you got to keep that. And I was like, oh, it's so itchy though. Like, and he was like, you got to push through it. Like it'll be itchy for like another week or so, and like you'll be okay. And I pushed through it, and yeah, it was a good decision. Now I can't actually imagine living without it.
Yeah,
at
no,
this point,
it
probably look
fills
really
your
cursed.
face out so perfectly. It looks so right.
Good luck for you.
I think in this picture, and I'm with another guitar modder, Obscure Sausage here. We were at this thing called the London Dungeons in London. I was in the UK. I think I was like 215 in that. Like I was miserable. I was not having a good time. You know, I just gotten out of a relationship and stuff, like, and, you know, food was really what I turned to at that point, and it wasn't long afterwards where I was like, man, like, I didn't like my image and everything, and, you know, I have contacts now, and I had them when I was a teenager, but I was kind of hiding behind the glasses because I was so ashamed of, like, all the fat on my face and stuff, you know?
All right, bro, you gotta call me out like that?
No, you look fine. You don't look bad without them.
I'm just kidding. I've never liked the way my face looks without glasses because I feel like the glasses adds a lot to it.
Yeah, I tried
contacts
either, but
one time in 4th grade. I was like, I don't like that. It's icky. I don't like digging in my eye. Glasses for life. I'm never gonna. I don't think I'll ever get rid of glasses.
I could probably
I like
go back to contacts one day, but I didn't like it.
I don't want to.
I want to get LASIK eye surgery eventually. My mom had it and it worked out for her, but
Top
it's
up
like not
3K,
covered by
buddy.
insurance.
Top
I know.
up $3K and they'll do it.
Nah,
for
bro.
you.
I think it's like 6K
It's probably
now.
more.
Like,
Ugh.
yeah,
Probably
and that's
3K
not.
for a fucking quote, man. Probably it.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna look at your eyes, big dog. All right, 10K.
But- Hey, the lesson is don't let your dreams be dreams. If you hate yourself, love yourself. Do something about it.
You know
Genuinely.
what though? Oh, yeah. Hey, to add to that, like I talked a little bit about this earlier, and just since you shared a little bit of a W on your side, here's one from my side, right? You guys saw me getting through some of my lowest times when we started the podcast. I finalized my divorce while we were in Texas for the FNCS trip. So that's something I don't think I've ever talked about publicly until right now. And I was in a really rough spot. I was having a hard time with eating, like everywhere we went. I think you guys can actually even like vouch for me on this, like when we were in Denmark, how
you weren't
how rough
able to eat.
Right. I was in a very bad spot, just physically. And I didn't like talking about it because I also felt like for the most that I'd been very public about things, and I just felt like I was a mess, and I didn't like talking about it because I felt like I had done that too much, and that I was a fuck up at that point in my mind, and there was no way to recover from it. And now I'm helping with the production on this new game. And since then, I'm up about 10 to 15 pounds, which I was looking really rough. I mean, and I honestly, I just couldn't keep eating right. And like you were saying before, like I'm actually eating decent now. I can go hang from a pull-up bar for 10 minutes and not feel bad about it, and then knock out 10 pull-ups afterwards and still feel really good.
I still got to get a pull-up bar. I still have to do that.
It's the best in the world. Hey, anybody who's listening, if you have back pain, seriously, one of the things that's really helped me over the last 6 months is just hanging from a pull-up bar. Changes your life. Swear to God, it
Might be
makes
cooking
such
with
a big
this.
difference.
Might have to do it. I
Dude,
don't
it's
stretch
good.
enough. I don't stretch enough.
It's
I know,
funny,
and I know better.
My chiropractor suggested the same thing to me because, I mean, I haven't even talked about this on the podcast. This past year, I found out I have scoliosis.
Yep.
And I have a neurological condition in my hand, and that's actually why I don't really play anymore, unfortunately. It's been getting better, but you can see, like, how my finger just kind of twitches for no good reason. My ring finger, a lot of the time when I'm trying to play Guitar Hero or Rogue Guitar, I will misfire. And so, like I'll go to press down like this and I end up doing this by accident without even intending to. And it's just a neurological thing in the arm. And I've been getting like acupuncture and stuff like that. And I want to start physical therapy. So yeah, if anybody wondered why I haven't really played Guitar Hero in a while, like that's why. Like I can play, it's just not fun. Like Jake was here at my house somewhere recently, and I was trying to play like console with him, and I was like, there was so much shit that like I would normally be able to hit really easily, and I kept going like, fuck man, like I can't do it,
That's when you introduced me to Fletcher the Mouse.
Yes.
Oh no,
yes, it was.
I never heard that song before.
Baby.
Then Electrocution
You gotta
250.
start playing like the guy who plays like this, bro.
Dude, I thought about it. I was like, man, should I try to like learn how to play like should I learn how to play like lefty? Should I learn how to play overhanded? Like, what should I do? But it's getting better. I mean, like in the beginning of the year, like I wasn't even able to use this finger to type, and like now I have a lot more control over it. It's just like
that's tight. That's good.
Like I can't really like trill like this. Like it's really difficult for me to like lift up my finger when I have my middle finger pressed down. But no, it's getting a lot better. It's just like these like to kind of do this a lot of the time. Like my fingers kind of like to glue together. Essentially, and you can see on my hand, like they don't really do that, like the separation that they have, and you can see on the left that it's closer.
However, you decide to play 5 fret again, your game knowledge is at least there, so you'll be able to adapt. You'll be able to adapt. It's.
I mean, the good news is that it doesn't ruin drums at all. Like I can still play drums really well. That's kind of why I transitioned to that in the first place, because I was like, oh, well, drums work. I guess I can play that, and then I got really good at it.
Just better.
So. I want to fuck Augmented Rebirth by Between the Berry and Me, though. Fuck that song. This is a special shout out.
Did you say you want to fuck a song?
Baby. That's the end of the episode?
No, it can't be. No,
that's an edit for a clip, is what that is.
It could be. Hey, but I guess before we end the episode, I feel like I need to share my own personal growth in the time between this podcast started and ended.
We need all personal growth.
Yeah, Alec will finish it off. Start thinking, buddy. October 2023 is when we started the podcast, so I moved out of my parents' house October 2022. So I've been living on my own for a year at that point. I was working at a job that I really didn't like at all. I kind of hated it, kind of dreaded waking up every day and doing that. But doing this podcast gave me something to look forward to over the weekends when we did it at the time. And I guess today we're doing it on the weekend too. But it helped me get more comfortable being on camera as well, because like JP said earlier, before then I was mostly still just the faceless Guitar Hero and Rock Band guy who had a video of every single song from every game on YouTube, and you type Guitar Hero in, it's just me. But this helped me become more comfortable being myself on camera and like learning who I am in an online sense, if that makes sense, like figuring out who I am when I show myself on camera, and it gave me a better launching point for when I started streaming, because a lot of the reason why I didn't stream before is, one, I lived at home, and I never liked the idea of like being down in my parents' basement playing Guitar Hero, streaming to other people, and then having like my mom walk in the room and all that stuff. That shit bothers the fuck out of me in my mind. That my brother or my mom or my dad or anything could just walk in the room when I'm streaming, and then they're just on stream now, and I feel bad about it, and it feels weird, and I never liked it. So I streamed a couple times, but I didn't really feel comfortable with it. But living alone really allowed me to come out of my shell and become the person I am today. And this podcast definitely helped shape that. And I quit my job not too long after this podcast started, and I went full-time streaming. And I don't think that would have happened had this podcast not already been a thing, and also Fortnite Festival not being a thing too. That was a big catalyst as well. But a lot of shit in my life changed after this podcast started for the better. A lot for the better. I became the man I am today because of this podcast and the opportunities it's afforded me. And I very much look forward to the next few years of this podcast and just my life online to see where this fucking wild journey takes me next. I'm very much looking forward to it because it's been all great so far. And thank you, everybody, for allowing me to live this amazing life I've been living.
Hell yeah.
Go.
Very happy.
I can say like all of,
Go.
I feel like I could say all that same stuff too, but the reality is I've gone crazy with the amount of things that I just want to talk about. I've gone fucking insane, I feel like. And I feel like there was just a tipping point. I just needed to talk. I needed to start talking, because I can also only talk so much time in a day. And I don't want to fill my poor daughter's mind with all this shit either. You know,
is that child abuse? Listen,
My
Rosa.
God,
I mean,
man.
you know what?
Today's
No,
lesson.
but
I'm
you know
going to
what's so
talk for
funny,
4
though?
hours about Guitar Hero 1, and you're going to listen.
Nah, you know what though? Like
Homeschooling.
she's very much now, her brain has developed a whole lot to the point where I could probably sit her down for like 20 minutes and be like, "Hey, you want to know how hammer-ons and pull-offs work in Guitar Hero 1? It's a lot different from this game. It's a lot different." You know?
That's crazy.
I feel like, yeah, okay. No, okay. I joke. But then, you know, part of me, because of this podcast, also feel like I can lock in on exactly what I'm going to say a bit better. Dude, there's something wrong with, like, when I speak and when words come out. It's been, like, very, very choppy the last couple of years. And this podcast is probably at fault. But now I can go back and I can know not what to do. And it's helping me structure, giving what I say, what comes out of my mouth, a bit more structure, because everything on the internet is forever.
Yeah.
Everything on the internet is
for worse.
forever.
Mhm.
And well, you know, it's kind of opened my eyes to understand that being a public figure on the internet for almost, you know, over a decade at this point, it is weird. It is interesting, and it gives me a lot of different social commentary, how people talk and interact with each other on the internet too, and when to speak up, when to stand up for something, and other times just be like, man, fuck all that shit. Fuck all that shit. I don't care. I'm here. It's okay. I'm all right, and I'm here. You know, and choosing my battles and what battles I don't take anymore. You know what I mean? It's just I'm grateful for the people that still, you know, go out of their way to look up something about Guitar Hero, and we can be the people that they go to. That most people can't go to. They want to know about some shit. We're gonna probably be talking about it.
Yeah.
So you know what? I've always wanted to, from the very beginning until the end, is about spreading the knowledge about the genre, specifically Guitar Hero green, red, yellow, blue, orange, or sometimes green, red, yellow, blue, purple. Sometimes it's some bullshit, but you know, it's about covering as much of that as possible and just withholding the legacy of Five Fred. It's helped me understand that's importance, and realizing why I did all this from day one until now, until this podcast ends. So whatever that is. Never, motherfucker. Never.
Lore Hero Season 69.
Nice.
No, this
nice.
podcast has been quite a blessing to have given us all like the platform we have with it and be looked upon as community leaders, I feel. And it kind of lends us more legitimacy than any of us individually because we are a group, we are a collective. I feel like a lot of people look to us as the community leaders that kind of help form a narrative or help like move something in a certain direction. I feel like r/Fortnite Festival references us a whole lot too when Fortnite's fucking up. Like even the guys at Lore here were talking shit on it or whatever. It's like, okay, pal, let's cool it for a sec. But for better or for worse, we do have that sort of responsibility, and people look upon us to be like
I
those
said,
guys
man,
think?
Everything on the internet is forever. Everything on the
Yes,
internet
it
is forever, so I'm going to make sure that most of the words that I say, I'll notice I say most of the words I say, most of the words I say will have an impact.
Sometimes you got to talk your shit.
Sometimes we got to spit our shit because we're all human. All of us are human. Every one of you guys that watch us and comment and talk to us and stuff, you guys are human. Your knowledge comes to us, and so, you're telling us something that we don't know. We want to share that with people. All of us are the community. Now, all of us are the community, and we're grateful that you guys entrust your voice to be amplified by this. I could be talking a lot more about so many things, but I can only talk so much. I feel like I say that so much. I can only talk so much.
I think that what you and Jake just both said, though, kind of adds up together. We're more together, all of us, than we are just separately, right? Like,
Yeah, I agree.
some of our parts mean so much more than all of us individually. And again, I feel like I'm just beating a dead horse at this point, but it really does tie back to what I said earlier, right? About just like things that lift up the community, which is something we, I think, need to focus on more and more in this day and age. There's a lot of division. There's a lot of different things media-wise that are trying to force people apart from each other. When at
A lot
the
of
end
bullshit
of the
happening
day,
in the world, and it's sometimes nice to be able to not think about that for a little bit and just talk about Guitar Hero and Rock
That's what
Band
it
and
is.
Hey,
Fortnite.
remember that game Guitar Hero? You guys like that game, right? Like, yeah.
Check out this crazy
Okay.
song. It came out yesterday, and someone made it for the game. Dude,
Yeah.
instant.
and
Instant.
we all can
You're
enjoy
back.
that more together than if
Yes,
we were
we can.
just doing it separate.
Yes.
We have more that we can offer each other together than alone.
Well, I'm so
You can
glad
come
that...
with us, or you get,
Yeah.
or you,
You
can
can do
not.
whatever,
and
man.
that's fine. You can do
can do
whatever.
whatever.
You want. That's what this shit's about.
I'm
love
just glad
doing
that we
whatever
were
I want.
accepted, as a group of four, especially like by like Fortnite, and like
Yes.
now Red Octane and stuff, because
big group.
like 4 people to take on. It's more than 1, it's more than 2, and it's more than 3. But
And it's rare we
That was good.
don't get separated either. It's
Fire!
like
that's what I'm trying to allude to.
yeah.
That's what I'm trying to allude to.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
maybe I just put that poorly,
I get it. I
very
get it.
poorly.
I mean,
get it.
yeah, it's given us a lot of opportunities, like with Epic Games in particular, because like when we were at the Fortnite Battle Stage thing, we got to go on the Metallica Report podcast. There were 8 other people at that event. They didn't get to go on the podcast. We did, because we are like the other group. We are the podcasters. We are the community leaders. We're the people who know what people want to hear about when we talk about Guitar Hero and Five Freight games. I don't know. It's cool that we have this collective, and I'm very proud and happy
Look, I've been
that we've
working.
been able to do
I
well.
feel like at least you and me, Jake, have been working towards that fucking title forever.
Community leader.
No. Just like knowing shit about the game.
being a knower.
Knowing
Oh yeah,
shit,
trust me.
being
yeah.
a knower.
I'm
I
a
mean,
knower.
we're all
Being a knower.
knowers here, but like from a very early age,
So
as
you're
soon as
working
I picked up the
overtime.
game, as soon as
Yeah,
I
like-
fucking picked up the game, I wanted to be a knower.
Yeah, me and you, Alec, were very similar because we've never put these games down, and we hyper obsess over like super small stupid details, and like getting really good and getting full series FCs and all this other shit. And like along the way, you pick up so much useless fucking information that nobody would care about.
Dude, I did that earlier this episode, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. We
with the
all
price
do
thing.
that in our own
We
ways.
all
but
do
like
that.
having an outlet to share all that stupid, useless information that nobody cares about. to people who actually do care about it is very
It's the
cool, and
best.
it's a privilege that I don't take
fucking
lightly.
best.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's the fucking best. Maybe
And
it's little brother syndrome. You know, maybe it's that.
I'm the big brother, so I'll counter that one.
All right, cool. I'm blessed. Shit.
Well, it looks like the viewers got that long episode that they've been wanting for a while. So
True.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
Very
we got a long
true.
one. We got a
Yes.
2-hour episode, folks. You're welcome. It's
Yeah.
been a long time since we've done a 2-hour show.
it has. We've had a lot.
2
We've had a
hours?
lot of scheduling conflicts as a result of the
lot.
job. So
Yeah.
we were able to do this
Time.
on a Sunday and actually just kind of talk.
Vibe.
Which is awesome.
Not common. Not
Yeah,
very
not common these days. We're trying though. We're trying to
It would
make things
appear
work.
that the last time we broke the 2-hour mark, we got close a couple other times.
Was it tier list? No, wasn't it the tier list episode?
Carlo? No. We have fast food tier list 74.
It's that-
I'm just
Yeah,
going
I
It's
thought
that
so.
long
Forgot
ago,
about
though.
through the fast food tier list. That was
April,
6
back
months
in
ago.
April,
Yeah.
so
It was like 6
ago.
months. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Suck it.
I'm glad
Awesome.
we got it in.
Yes.
Anyway, guys, I think that does it for us. Again, can't say thank you
That
enough. Appreciate
concludes
that. Lord
episode
Hero's here to
100.
stay. We'll
Thank
see
you.
you
Till the
guys
next
next
100.
week for episode
Thank you, guys.
101, and the week after that for 102 and 103 and 104.
We should
and
get. I think we
105.
got some guests on. I think.
Yeah,
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 we're
we
talking with
do.
some guests. We'll have some guests on. You'll see in due time. But thank you guys so much again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Rock
Bye.
on.
Bye bye.